hello to the internet people.
Hello, internet.
Hello.
Internet.
Hey everyone, welcome to another session of Siamese Serpents, a Shadowrun story. We are currently assaulting an airport, Siem Reap Airport. We're in the middle of the battle, or perhaps at the start of that battle. We estimate there is about 300 soldiers here, 300 enemy soldiers. They have air support, some of which we've already brought down. They have a tank, which we've already taken over. And they have lots and lots of machine gun mounted jeeps, soldiers running around on dirt bikes. And our main target is the control tower, which we have already gassed by hooking up some pretty toxic shit to their air ventilation system. We had reason to expect that there was a lot of spirits here, a strong spirit presence, but we haven't seen it. There's a couple of watcher spirits flying around, which is a name sometimes given to very low-level spirits, usually level 1, sometimes level 2, that are practically useless at engaging anything in combat bigger than a dog, but are mostly used for surveillance in the same way as Watcher, ICE, fill a very similar role, observing and then reporting rather than actually engaging. Everyone's either in position or engaged actively in battle. Where did we leave it off at the last moment? We were coming under sniper fire, or had we dealt with those snipers?
Omen had sent his spirit to start taking care of all the guys on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And Trey had heroically retreated to inside the hangar and closed the door while treating his wounds.
Perfect idea. And quite a wounded is too, so not a bad idea. All right, picking it up from within mid-battle is pretty hard, but we'll give it a go right now. So I suppose we should roll for initiative.
Wait, and I think Godfather put a force to increase reflexes on your last session.
That's right. Thanks for the reminder.
I guess, do you know, Godfather, if Clockwork has jumped into the tank in Hot Sim or anything? You don't know that, do you?
Most likely not.
What do you mean Hot Sim?
Up to his discretion.
Yeah. Hot Sim is 3d6 plus the attributes, right?
Data processing plus intuition plus 5d6, I want to say.
5d6.
Maybe 4. Let me double check.
Well,
'cause
must be
that's-
4. It wouldn't be 5.
Hot Sim gives you plus 46 initiative.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah,
Alright.
that's 46.
Cool. If we're all ready to go, then Godfather finds himself, Trey is first. Trey, you find yourself inside the hangar, relatively safe, as bullets come streaming through the hangar door, 3 or 4 meters away from your position, but they're still firing upon you steadily.
I will lay down prone in the back, and I will point my weapon towards the doors we came out of originally.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, I left like 2 feet open.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I will cover those doors. And if anybody comes out of there, I will try to shoot them.
Godfather.
If I remember correctly, I'm hauling ass down the main road and still about 7 rounds from actually arriving.
Sounds about right. Mako's agent.
Are there still any assets in the air?
There is one, I believe. I think we took out a helicopter and one of the Cessnas. And there is still one in the air, but it's doing its circuit, so it's a couple of kilometers away from base.
Alrighty. Yeah, that'll be it then.
Cool. The agent.
All right, it is going to try to locate 2 new targets who are wielding rocket launch and tag them for me.
All right. There's only a limited number of rocket launches, and you're taking out a couple. But there's still several to go. So you start searching for more. Do they have anything to resist, or is it just?
It's willpower plus sleaze to resist.
Yeah, you managed to find one. So yeah, you've tracked down one of the icons, and they are with a small fire group, probably about 10 of them, all armed with AKs and pistols, backed up by a single rocket launcher, and you have located them and tagged.
All right, it gets tagged. That's its turn.
All right. How would this work? Who has visuals on the control tower?
I suspect Ricochet is the main one, though Omen probably does too, because he's kind of watching. He's been watching that
They
where
can
the
both make.
AA gun is.
Yeah, which is part of the control tower, more or less. So you guys, Ricochet and Omen can both make perception checks.
Give me a second. I'm just relogging into Roll20. I had to restart my computer.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Is it a visual perception check?
It is.
Oh, did I roll the wrong one?
I don't think so. Looks like it. Agility is probably
yeah.
not right. Yeah.
Oh,
Should
there's another
be-
button for visual. I see it.
He saw them quickly.
Oh, still using agility.
It should be intuition.
Oh.
Your skills you'll have to set on your skill what attribute it's linked to.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be throwing you off.
I'm just gonna roll it manually then. Because that's annoying. Perception. So intelligence 1. So
Intuition.
6 dice. Oh, that's intuition. INT is intuition. That's right. So 6 dice total.
It's a lot.
I didn't use the thing, but only 1 success.
One
Still.
success. Alright, you wouldn't notice anything significant with a single success. Okay, well, while we wait for Ricochet to log on, we'll move on to the tank. Okay, so he is fully in control of the tank. The last thing he was unloading into the vehicles. I suppose he'll just keep doing that. Pumps a round, or a main round, into the side of the building, opening up a huge cavity. So there's now relatively ready access straight into the main terminal, thanks to the destruction of the tank. Though he continues to focus primarily on the other vehicles, on the machine gun mounted jeeps. Starts blowing the shit out of them. Okay, Mako, chaos is erupting out there. The Khmer Rouge are quite disorganised, but they are starting to fall into their routines.
I'll broadcast that as a free message over the text to anyone who's actually on the network, which I don't know if many people are.
I am.
Cool.
Yeah, Father
then
too.
I will take aim on the sniper boy I located with my agent. Is he someone I could actually shoot at the moment? Like, is he
Yeah.
in a position I?
Yeah, they're sort of mobilising. They're running behind like old crates, old cargo crates, and trying to get as much protection from the tank as they can while they assess whether they have a chance of stopping it at all.
Okay, let me double check my modifier.
Five successes, damn.
All right, I'll get to that in a moment.
Ooh, only 2 hits to shoot him.
All right. Yep, he rolls nothing to dodge, so it's full impact. 13 damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to take him out. Whether it kills him or not is probably not really our concern. Excuse me. But the slug does at least injure him to the point where he is incapacitated. No, that was against the sniper. It wasn't against the rocket guy, was it?
The rocket guy, yeah.
It was against the rocket. No worries.
Yeah.
So it injures him and takes him out. But you see him as he collapses to the floor in pain. He begins unburdening the weapon and passing it on to somebody else.
Okay.
Ricochet, with your 5 die success, you will notice now these how to explain it. I don't want to like make a sort of crucial basic error in building design, and I don't want to sort of like be criticised for not providing details on the basic designs of buildings. So I'll just be quite general about it. You see whirlybirds, right? Air ducts that expend hot air. You put them on the top of the roof of certain buildings. You see that these air ducts are beginning to expel expel coloured gas. It looks like it's being filtered away in puffs of clouds. You ever seen like a sugar mill, for example? How it
They've got an
discharges
extractor
lots of
fan
steam?
running.
Yeah, right. That's right. And so you're able to witness that the extractor fan expels some kind of substance, some kind of gas.
Does this expulsion of the gas seem to have started like quite suddenly?
Yeah, and it's really fucking fast. It's just like someone just switched on
Someone's activated something. Yeah, it's not just
some super powerful industrial fan just blasting the shit out of it.
out of the aircon system. Yep.
Yeah, it seems too strong to be anything less than a fan the size of a jet engine. This is a fucking shit ton of power that is blowing the gas out. But in any case, you observe it.
Yeah, they've got some
Probably
kind of
thermal.
system set up.
Yeah. You're probably witnessing thermal, I expect, because a lot of gases tend to be invisible, of course. In any case, we'll move on to the beast spirit.
I think its orders were to like just kill anything that attacked the tank. I think that was it.
Right. So there's machine gunners on the back of jeeps that are opening fire.
I guess it'll attack them. It's so what's like an attack for like one of these things?
Usually double their force, but you're probably going to have to look it up to be specific.
I've got the book open. Well, I've got a PDF open.
Cool.
Their skill levels, usually their force, and their agility should be the other determining factor.
Yeah, the agility is force +1, so the agility is 7, and their force is 6.
So 13 instead of 12 guys.
That's 5 success.
All right. So you managed to so the adversaries that you are facing are multiple jeeps. They have people driving, people shooting small arms, and then there's got a guy on the back with a welded-on heavy machine gun. What is your beast actually doing to stop them?
Well, I think this beast, it was the beast spirit of like an elephant duke. So I guess it's just sort of stamping on like the vehicles.
Brilliant, just crushing it down. Okay, well, 5 successes is a hit. They'll try to dodge. We're not going to have it's not going to be easy. Dodge an elephant. And they don't get a single success. So it will be whatever his damage is, his damage value, his DV, plus the net hits, which is 5. DV is often equal to force, but it might not be.
I'm looking at the little stat block. It might be, but I'm not sure.
You might need to look up their powers.
What kind of attack did you do?
I just sort of meleeed it.
Oh, then it should be strength plus net hits.
Strength plus net hit. Its strength is force +2, so 8.
8 plus, so 13 points of damage. You start crushing down on this jeep, but the jeep's strong enough to be able to resist. It's got armor. It's got a pretty strong body. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not many. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really not many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It got more ones than it got successes. So it reduces the damage by a relatively insignificant amount, but it's pretty tough as it is. So your beast spirit starts crushing down on this jeep, buckling underneath it. Some of the people jump off in terror, get out of the way. In effect, subduing that jeep at least temporarily, but not truly destroying it. So Ricochet Chaos has broken out. There's an elephant that is jumping on a truck. There are snipers being taken out here and there. What do you do?
All right. So I will just relay over comms what I've seen at the tower. Make sure everyone's aware that active extraction system in effect. Looks like they're purging the gas. Now this air control tower, it has heavily tinted windows, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Can I see a heat signature? Nah, I probably won't be able to be inside. No, never mind.
No, they'd be glazed against that as well.
Yeah. Oh no, I was wondering if I could see like a heat signature for where the extraction system is operating. Maybe it was on the roof. I thought it's probably inside the building.
Oh, yeah. So you wouldn't see it where it's operating, but you'd see where it's expelling. But I guess you already knew that anyway.
Did we end up blowing that power? Pilgrad? Trey?
He says no.
No? Alright. I don't know if that's still an option. Yeah. Other than that, I'm just going to delay my action and keep battlefield awareness, basically monitoring the situation and calling targets.
All right.
And waiting till something worth shooting.
There's no sign of any reinforcements coming, but you wouldn't know where they'd be coming from anyway. So, okay, Omen.
Just just from what I've heard, I guess I'm gonna sick one of my fire spirits. I'm told I have 3. I'll send one of the 7 ones. I'm gonna give it the order to crush the extraction fans in the roof flat so no air can get out.
Yeah, all right, sure. All right, so you start sending them around to start doing some collateral damage. Make a test for it that is intuition plus logic to see if it can work out what will be effective.
It's intuition and logic or mine?
Yeah, it's intuition and logic, yeah.
All right.
That means you're sending your spirit directly into the gas.
I'm unsure what exactly
It
the
would be
gas is.
15 days.
It means it's gonna really, really hurt your spirit because it's a gas that fucks with magic things.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just human gas. Sorry, my bad.
Tell him to keep his distance.
Oh, okay. I guess part of the planning, I'd know that.
But with them purging the gas, that means that now we can send things possibly into the building.
Right. Okay. Not quite yet, but sure. Okay. I'll keep put that in mind. Can he, instead of getting close, can he like shoot fire at the fans to melt them to try and like seal them that way?
Anything is possible.
Sure, I'll give that a go. See if he can seal it. Let me get my PDF up. Spirits of Fire. Yeah, session Astrocom, exotic ranged weapon. Force is meters, so he can stand 7. He can stand 7 meters away, and shoot them with a fireball, I guess, and try and melt
blow
them.
it up.
Yeah. try and seal it that way.
All right. So start with the intuition and logic test,
Mhm.
and after that, throw a fireball, whatever the damage is normally.
So intuition and logic, that's force plus force 1, so 7. 12, 13, 14, 15, so 15 dice. Four successes.
Yeah, it's able to work out a way that this will be reasonably successful. Not entirely, but reasonably.
Okay. If he thinks it can be somewhat successful, then yeah, he can go ahead. And he'll shoot the fans with some fire to seal them somewhat, at least. Slow it down.
Yep.
Cool. And my Omen is he in like cover with Ricochet, or like is he kind of open, or?
Someone else.
Remember, yeah, I
He's
remember
in
correctly.
the.
Ricochet's.
Ricochet snuck forward from where you are. I'm currently hiding in a ghillie suit in the rice paddies, waiting for
Okay.
a target. You were camped out in that small hut that we were surveilling from with a pair of binoculars, so you can cast spells at range.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, Omen and Mako are in that hut. Ricochet's up ahead of us a bit. Everyone else is scattered.
At
Okay.
this stage, I don't think you were sustaining any spells.
I was told I was spelling a mob mind on the anti-aircraft.
Oh, that's sorry. Yeah,
guys.
you did have the mob mind. Sorry. Yeah, and then I think you summoned a couple of spirits.
Yep, I have 3 spirits in total.
Yep.
Been informed. Cool. And that's giving a command. That's a simple action for one spirit.
Yes.
Or is that
Yeah.
okay? And I guess another simple action. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna end my turn there.
Cool. Ricochet, you would observe that when the gas vent is blown up, the gas is still coming out of it slightly, but not much because it's a lot of the gap has been exploded. But really, it just forces the gas to come out at other points. The entire thing is linked. It's one great big system.
Yep.
And when one place gets blocked off, it just blows it somewhere else. It expels it somewhere else. So it's effective, but not that much. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Okay. Trying to work out what you do. I might have to look up what a particular spell does. I'll worry about that for later, and I'll move on to Fenway while I start looking at.
And I'm like in the vehicle with my godfather.
That's right.
So can I do? Because there's a plane in the distance. Can I like do a fireball on it then? Because I've got binoculars as well.
Yeah, it's about 3 kilometers away.
Yeah, I'll try a 4-6 fireball on it then.
All right. Yeah.
I don't believe you have the ability to cast outside the vehicle because you need physical sight, and this thing's basically chem sealed.
Oh, there isn't like a window?
There's no windows, no.
Nah, no windows.
Would a periscope work? I suppose that you wouldn't have like one based on mirrors anyway, so I guess I can't do much.
Yeah, I have a periscope, but not any way to actually stick it outside the vehicle.
You could open like the driver's side door and look at.
I'm pretty sure Godfather wouldn't let me do that one, so I guess I'm not doing much at the moment. I guess
No
I'll
worries.
try.
Yeah.
I can try to summon another spirit.
You could go astral.
I think this
Yeah.
time I'll try to summon another spirit. A beast
Alright.
spirit. I'll try 4/6.
Okay.
6.
Okay, it resists with 4/6 because it's not increased. You get 4 successes.
Okay. So I need to resist 2 times its net successes then?
Is that how it works?
How many
Yes.
successes did it get?
Yeah, it does.
You got 2.
So you need to resist 4.
Oh, okay. That's should be possible, but I'm always ready to. There we go. I take 2
Done.
drain.
Alright, you're hanging in there. Hanging in there.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. The anti-aircraft guns. Well, can an anti-aircraft gun fire like a horizontal plane? Could it target the tanks, or are they just not? Is that just in part of the
If
design?
it's-
Is that they won't fire up?
If it's on the ground, no, it should have from, I
It-
believe, 0 to 100, and then, or sorry, 0 to 90,
Yeah.
and then there should be a pivot, like it rotates in place also.
Yeah.
With
So
it
it
being
should
on
have-
top of the thing, it's probably gonna be hard.
No, it's on.
Well,
it's on
no.
the ground. It's not on top of the. It's
Yeah,
not
he said it
mounted
was
on
on
the
the ground.
building. It's on the.
Okay. Then
So
yeah.
it should have
It's very close
180
to-
degrees,
Yeah.
and then like a whole quarter of a sphere.
All right. This is bad news for the Jeeps because we have these guys under control. I believe Omen mind controlled them. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So Omen, guess what? You are in control of the only anti-aircraft gun on the base. If you need a summary for what's dangerous around here, then I'm happy to give it. But it would appear that the probably the main antagonist that you could see would be the Jeeps with their machine guns. They're being pretty badly fucking pummeled at the moment, hit by the tank, as well as being attacked by the spirits. But you've got control of the anti-air gun. What do you do with it? It's positioned beside the control tower.
Okay. Yeah, for now, focus on the jeeps that aren't being attacked by a spirit or well, the tanks will be at range. So just any jeeps that won't have collateral damage on our friendlies.
Sure. All right. Your warriors are more competent than the average Khmer soldier, but they're still pretty incompetent. That gives them 6 dice to attack with.
Cool. Alrighty, let's roll 6d6 5 2 successes.
Okay. They're going to try to dodge out of the way of your imminent weapon of annihilation, and they get a single success. I don't even know how much damage an anti-aircraft gun does, but I'm going to say it's enough damage to blow up a jeep. So you hit this thing with a huge fucking 40mm round or something massive, and the whole thing explodes, and men start saying "Aye!" as they jump out, and the jeep goes up in flames. All right. Now, heavy machine gunners realise that they're under a tremendous amount of pressure here. They've got spirits coming at them. They've got a tank coming at them. They can't really stop the spirit no matter how they try. They certainly can't stop the tank. So perhaps the best thing that they can do is attempt to take out the anti-aircraft. Now, your anti-aircraft crew, their stats are just going to be 3 all round, 3 body, 3 agility. Everything is 3. All the necessary skills are also 3.
Cool.
So I guess you'll be dodging with 6 dice. Is that right? Agility plus intuition or something?
Yeah.
Reaction plus intuition. Yeah.
Reaction plus intuition? Yeah. Yeah, so 6 dice to dodge.
4 successes on that one.
Brilliant. So they start pumping your position with machine gun fire, but your guys just duck down behind the sandbags, and as the bullets ricochet off their rifles or whatever, you suppress them, but you're on a they suppress you. Whatever, they suppress you, but they don't hurt you in any way. Meanwhile, the rest of the machine guns try to take out the beast spirit. Is he going to try to dodge?
Oh, excuse me.
The beast spirit is coming under fire from heavy
Oh, yeah,
machine
he's
guns.
going to try to dodge that one.
Yep, sure. -9, I guess, because fully automatic machine gun. I think it's -9 to dodge.
And dodge is agility plus intuition, right?
Reaction
Reaction plus intuition. Yeah.
A reaction plus intuition. Two.
All right. Is that even after the -9?
And that's after the -9, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. You cop a single grazing hit, so he starts to bleed, but it's not truly a wound. It's like being bitten by a wasp. Nothing significant about that.
I think spirits have like immunity to normal weapons, don't they too?
At this level, they probably would, yeah.
It's
Or
not,
real immunity, but they have basically
but
hardened
it's
armor.
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, and they're not going to be able to take it out any more than they can take out the tank, but they are going to try.
That's the spirit.
That's the spirit. They hit the tank, it proves to be about as ineffective as you might have expected it to be. And that's when the small arms come in, who are even more useless. AK fire, the occasional pistol, just shooting. But they've got nothing vulnerable to shoot at. There's nothing that they can target that they can really make a difference with. So they're just shooting the place up. And then one of them gets the bright idea to roll a grenade underneath Trey's 2-foot-high gap. And he's got no idea where he is, so it's just going to be a simple luck. Maybe he gets lucky, maybe he doesn't.
Wouldn't I get a chance to shoot him?
Not if he's like doesn't expose himself to it. If he just sort of like just lobs the grenade straight underneath it without ever going
I
underneath
thought there
it.
was 150 meters of open space between us.
Yeah, I guess there is. Yeah, no, you're right. And so you would see an explosion set off. He'll try to blow up like a tank or something like that. But you're right. Without a grenade launcher, there'd be no way of him being able to reach you. Yeah, okay, cool. But you do, however, notice that there are, if you don't notice, then Ricochet would notice, that a couple of guys are getting their mortars. We have 2 mortars, the Khmer Rouge. They are trying to move their mortars around to put them in a position where they can be protected, but can open fire on the tarmac in general. They're quite exposed, but they're doing what they can to maintain cover. All right, first initiative pass done.
Everybody drop 10.
Hey, Arctic, I'm here now. I was late, obviously. Do you want me to
Excellent.
wait?
Jump on in the initiative. If you don't remember how to roll initiative, that's fine. Just someone will let you know, and work out what you're trying to achieve, and we'll get started.
was
Yeah.
to initiative from drugs? It was just plus 2d6, right?
Plus you're on beta meth, so you have like plus 4 on top of that.
Yes. Okay, so it's plus 4 and then plus 2d6.
That's right.
Okay.
Still find it interesting the way they put drugs in their own category. Like they're afraid to put them in the equipment list, so they get their own little special category.
Yeah, helps and hindrances for some fucking reason.
Right,
They're in there with
like
the NPCs and the critters.
it's such an obvious sort of like cultural thing, right? We know in our culture that drugs are bad, so we can't put them in the equipment list with the guns and the tanks and the fucking rockets. We have to put them with the poisons and the monsters and other shit. Like fuck me, dude.
I think it's
Alright, I
because
got
they
my-
have their own rules as well.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Extensive rules for becoming a junkie.
No extensive rules for becoming a gun addict.
Because everyone's assumed to be a gun addict.
everyone's an adrenaline junkie in Shadowrun. All right. So Flash, initiative 25, cool. We're on the second pass, so we'll reduce that by 10 to indicate that the second pass is pass. Yeah, I'll let someone else explain it. That we're in the second initiative pass.
Yeah, I got it.
You understand what you're talking about? Yep, no worries. I'll reduce these guys down as well to 12. And, 22, yeah, because he's hot wired. Okie dokie. Trey. You're in a pretty safe position here, at least until they start lobbing mortars.
Where are those mortars on our land? Are they-
They were at the gate, I believe.
Sounds
So
right. What? Yeah. They were covering the gate, but they're mobile. They're portable, so they're picking them up and trying to move them around to a position where they will be able to strike us, wherever that might be.
and I don't see anybody on the tarmac.
You'd probably underneath your little gap from way back, you'd probably be able to see some legs running around. You'd be able to see some tires of jeeps, motorbikes. So you probably can't see anything more than about waist up of several people. But yeah, you would be able to see dozens of soldiers mobilizing. Although it's a chaotic mess, they're not very effective.
Yeah, I'll just I'll do a cold shot to somebody's leg.
Yeah, just adding to the chaos. Not really very effective. Taking out one of 300 useless dudes, but
Unless
every
his
injury
friends
is.
come to save him.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. And other than that, he'll just be melting on the hot tarmac.
Well, but that adds to you got 4 or 5 guys, and then if you got people trying to help them or drag them away, becomes what we call a target-rich environment.
Indeed. We are not subject to the Geneva Convention. We are Shadowrunners.
Well, you guys seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, a long time ago.
One where
I
they
want to be
shoot
that where
yeah.
she intentionally gut shot the guy so that all the other guys would go to try to save him.
Yeah. Deliberately wounded a Marine so a bunch of other ones would wander into her kill zone trying to rescue him.
Clever
It's an
girl.
old tactic. But yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right. You are on kill the medic duty.
Pretty much.
Ah,
It's like Geek the Mage, but secondary.
sort of, but a little bit more. All right. Godfather is streaming down the road.
Yeah. Guess I'll make a full defense. Other than that, yeah, it's not really much I can target from it.
Not, and I'm at the end of this particular round. I might make some adjustments, but we'll wait until we get there for now. Mako's agent.
It's going to maintain its mark.
Okay, that's great. Flash. Someone else can maybe give you a bit of a tell you what's going on. Other than that, I'll just briefly say that we are suppressing the entire fucking army of 300 people with a handful of guns, a tank, and a pissed off elephant.
Okay. So last time I'm pretty sure I got like right to the edge of the main building.
Cool.
I hopped up on the tank for a little bit and
Excellent.
sprinted the last little bit.
All right. So you're able to enter the main terminal, but there are literally hundreds of soldiers in there, and they're all pretty panicking. So it's not necessarily a bad idea, but you will be rushing into so many fucking guns that if they should spot you, then you'd almost certainly become a bullet-ridden corpse.
Yeah, but I'm wearing their uniform, you know.
Uh-huh.
We'll never figure it out. Ooh, that's true. I'm wearing their uniform.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk objective. Why are you going in there in the first place? What do you hope to achieve?
Well, I had two thoughts. I can either go look for the mortar, or I
Yeah.
can just, in general, cause havoc.
Absolutely. Get behind enemy lines and start setting charges or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems a little bit too big brain for me. I would just start killing.
Yeah. Well, that's not a bad idea, but it's likely to bring you down as well because you could take down 50 of them, and there'll still be 200 to take you down with.
Yeah. If I get in the crowd of them, they can't really like shoot without shooting each other.
And there's a tank and anti-aircraft guns, spirits. Probably no more than 25 of them will actually fire at you.
Yeah.
That's more than enough now.
What's the
Fucking A.
what is the kill radius on a frag grenade?
It
Depends
varies,
on your
but
armor.
roughly 10 meters.
Okay, so I'm like near the main door, but they haven't seen me because I'm still outside.
Yeah, we'll go with that, absolutely. Anyone who has seen you doesn't consider you a priority target because they're too busy fighting tanks and fucking elephants and shit.
Okay, so I guess from where I am, like, where did we think the mortars were? You said near the gate.
They're mobile. One of them is near the gate, which is a long way away and starting to come towards us, and the other is much closer. It's designed to cover the tarmac, and so we'll say it's 300 meters away from you, and the other one's 600 meters away.
And how, like, is it out in the open? Like, would I have to go in the open to get to the other one? The one that's
They are. Think like you know what a World War II mortar looks like, right?
Yeah.
More or less. Yeah, they're a bit like that. So they're mobile devices. You've got groups of about 4 men. One guy carrying that, one guy carrying the ammunition, one guy spotting, one guy just offering fire support, and they move around in their groups trying to find a bunker or some crates or anything that will give them protection from small arms fire while they set up their device and try to work out what fucking direction they should be firing at.
Okay, so they're not set up right now. They're like
They're
trying
not.
to find.
They're mobile. Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna like try to find like a window or like a doorway and try and throw a frag grenade into the crowd of 300 people.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Make an intuition plus Well, grenades are always intuition, aren't they? So it's just intuition plus throwing. If you can't see your target, grenades become an intuition attack.
I think you just get the blind fire penalty.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. It might be a 4th edition rule, but it used to be that when you threw a grenade to a place you couldn't see, you relied on intuition instead of agility. More
I
rules.
think they would have
I was
got rid
just
of
reading
that.
this
'Cause for
section
people
on-
with high intuition, that's actually better.
Yeah, it is, right?
So I have 9 throwing and 4 intuition. So I just add those. Is that what I'm hearing?
Probably, maybe not. Are you on it? No problem. You're checking it
Yeah,
out
I
now.
got the page up. It just says throwing plus agility.
All
That's
right. Well,
an
just
interesting house rule, but I got
it must be a 4th edition rule because, like, it was definitely there. So just take away blind fire, which is what, penalty of 6.
Yep.
So lose 6 dice from that, and go ahead and lob it. I think it was 13 negative 6. I think 7.
So it's just wait. So it's just my regular throwing because it's not intuition.
Yeah, regular throwing and agility, but you lose 6 dice for blind fire.
Yeah, you do a +2 though from your drug, so -4 total.
So does the throwing take in the agility already, or do I add the agility?
It should have agility already linked to it.
Okay, so it's 9 minus 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Scatter time.
All right, we're not amazing at throwing things.
Let me check the scatter table.
It's not that you're bad at throwing. It's just blind fire sucks.
Yeah, like you're probably throwing it into like a fish tank or something where there just isn't anybody at all, a lunch cart.
Yeah. Roll a d12. And a d6. Okay, so it scatters 2 meters to the right of where she was intending to put.
All right, so it blows up harmlessly, although the terror factor is pretty significant as suddenly an explosion goes off behind several of the soldiers. It forces them to go back and try to investigate what's going on and start swarming. And it's likely, Flash, that you'll be engaged in relatively close combat in the coming rounds as these soldiers start pouring out looking for where that explosion come from.
Excellent. Exactly as planned.
Sounds good. There's still no sign of the heavy spirit presence that we're meant to find here. So make of that what you will. The tank by now is really doing so much damage between its heavy machine gun and its main gun that it's really suppressing the battlefield quite effectively. And that's what's really changing the battlefield quite significantly is we've effectively captured the tarmac at this point. The planes up in the sky, 2 of them are gone, 1 of them's too far away to matter. All of the heavy guns, all of the hardware is ours. And we're filling it with dangerous small arms fire as well. So from my point of view, the tarmac is effectively captured at this point. So I'll move on. Beast Spirit.
If there are any machine gun trucks left, he'll keep attacking them.
Yeah, excellent. You can roll if you want, but it's really not that necessary because it's think we can visualize this elephant ripping tanks to pieces, crushing them underfoot, and people just scattering in all directions to get away from it.
That's generous. You're not letting me risk that glitch.
Indeed. All right. I don't think I reduced her. She should be lower. Okay, Ricochet.
Is that gas still coming out of the tower?
Yeah. It looks like it's being forced out at such a hyper speed that you can't even imagine what size fan they must be using in order to provide this.
It hasn't slowed down at all.
Hasn't slowed down at all. It's been completely consistent. That's which is unusual in itself, I suppose.
Well, no, I was just wondering, like, if the gas nearly all out, basically.
Right. Oh, there was a lot of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's all good.
We
So I
filled
will
this
relay,
place.
spirit attack
Yeah.
slowed the extraction, but it is still proceeding. Should be clear to enter the tower soon.
All right. Omen, any plans?
Yeah. The sorry, whoever was controlling my one bound. Okay, so the bound one. Killing people on the rooftop. So I sent the bound one. Okay, so the bound one that was shooting the fireballs at the house once he's done, I guess, with that. Can I send him to the mortar people that are like setting up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll give the order to go have some fun and eliminate them.
Yeah, no worries. So I give them an attack roll and send them scattered. They're unarmored people. It shouldn't be an issue. You should just be able to scatter them like 9 pins.
Cool. Do. Spirit of fire. So just a straight attack would be what?
Agility plus force.
Agility plus 4. So
Does he lose the dice from the dodge, or does the dodge come after? I've briefly forgotten. Don't worry. Like I say, yeah, please make those rolls.
Okay. So that's 4. So 7, 8, 9. So 8 successes.
And they try to dodge out of the way, but you just absolutely crush the mortar completely underfoot, destroying it utterly.
Cool. And as that was a simple action to get him to do that, I'll use my other simple action to now instruct the anti-air to start just targeting the masses of soldiers.
Oh,
Just to-
yeah?
Just to try to shoot in large clumps of masses of soldiers.
All right, so, yeah.
Yeah, and just send them into disarray.
Brilliant.
And that should be my turn.
Turns its guns on the terminal itself and just starts laying waste to the terminal. Smash, 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 smash. Every glass panel that makes up the front wall, like 300 meters of fucking glass panels, just explode as these massive 40mm shells start blowing up the terminal from within. Spot fires are started all over the place. It's absolute chaos. We're getting a lot of feedback from Ricochet. We can hear you hammering away at something, but it's your go now.
Oh, it's my go again?
Is it? You're in the order. I'm not sure.
I just had to go like a second ago.
Right, might be
Yeah.
the I don't know, some shit with the initiative. Fenway.
I think we're still a distance out, so I think I'll go into the astral so I can have a look around. Maybe like there's things hiding in there?
Sure, make an astral perception check.
Looking on the wrong couch sheet. Astral perception is that a sensing?
Yeah, that's it. The sensing works. Yeah, it's a little bit different, but that's the same thing.
One.
No sign of any spirits other than the Watcher spirits who are alerted to your presence, quite obviously.
Do they seem to be doing anything about it?
No. They're probably making psychic messages, sending, contacting other people telepathically or something, but they're not
Watcher
responding.
spirits can't really do anything Fenway other than watch. They can't even manifest.
Yeah, they're the magical equivalent of like an alarm or guard dogs or something
Yeah.
like that. They can't actually do anything. They just keep it.
I mean, by something I mean like flying somewhere and telling something to someone. Like, can they do that?
They wouldn't. They probably wouldn't have to fly. They could probably use
Oh, okay.
some sort of telepathic message.
Yeah. In the same way that like you can talk with your spirit without actually having to be next to them, like they can just alert someone.
Mm. What they do. All right, so we're back down to the next initiative pass. The Khmer Rouge are in absolute chaos, absolute disarray. Yeah, so those of you who still have passes left, go ahead and take them. Try.
You said the tarmac is captured?
More or less, that's right. Like at the end of this initiative round, I'm just going to basically assume that there's nothing that they can do more on the tarmac. They have a couple of snipers that would suppress people, but those snipers are having to deal with spirits. They have a lot of small arms fire, but that small arms fire is trying to take cover from the tank. So what has basically happened is we have driven them back into the terminal, and now we're starting to churn the terminal to pieces. Yeah, it's very hard to run a scenario with 300 guns firing in different directions. But from my point of view, it seems to me that any presence that they have on the tarmac is going to be absolutely crushed. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going from this direction in what's technically like 18 seconds, I'm gonna roll what amounts to a rolling pillbox into the center of this tarmac and just open up on anything that's out in the open.
And there's nothing that can penetrate your armor. Nothing. You're right. Like if any rockets they've got, Mako is currently taking care of. So yeah, from basically at the end of this initiative pass, I'm going to assume that the tarmac is captured, and we can move ahead multiple minutes if we want, rather than running every fucking 6 seconds with a whole bunch of people just sitting there and doing nothing the entirety of the time. Yeah.
I guess I will wait till the end of that and move in at the start of the next round. I'll spend the next 2 rounds here dispatching stragglers.
Yeah. All right. How much ammunition have you got?
A fuck ton.
Okay, that's enough. That's all the answer I need.
No. I've been keeping track. I have 190. Well, I just shot that guy. So sorry. 196 80 APDS rounds. And that's what I brought for my assault rifle. And then I got 100 for my pistol and 200 for my machine pistol.
Yeah. You're not going to run out of ammo, particularly not because you can rob the ammunition, just regular ammo from a corpse that's nearby. So that's good. Mako, it looks like we've just about captured this the tarmac, and we'll be able to consolidate quite soon and begin whatever our second stage is. Oh, Godfather. I didn't see Godfather first.
Yeah, just stay in the course basically.
Exactly. To stay on the course. Mako's agent.
Maintaining the tag, the mark.
Perfect. Flash.
Okay, so how many are there? Are there multiple doors out of this building?
There are multiple doors, and we've just created 100 more by shooting out the glass panels that count as walls around here.
Okay, so that's no bueno. Okay, so I need to figure out a way to get somewhere where I can't get like flanked by like 40 dudes on both sides.
Yeah.
So it's not- fuck. I don't really know the geography of this area.
Not really, but at last our map becomes slightly useful. You're coming in from this northern area, right? Up the top here. You're coming in from
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah,
The
'cause they're-
anti-aircraft gun is all the way down over here, even further away. But it's opening up fire. I'll pull an arrow up. Opening up fire. Bam, bam, bam. Taking out all of this shit. Chaos. Yeah. So now you've got some sort of idea.
And how tall is the building?
12 meters. You know, airports, even single-story airports, tend to be very high.
Yeah, because you want to like, yeah, you like want to meet the airplane. Fuck. Do I want to? Okay, so I just threw the grenade. People are kind of like, I guess like, do I have any way to like see inside anywhere without like exposing myself?
Potentially, yeah. So make a perception check. Yeah, which is a skill unto itself. I think we've established.
Okay, so visual.
Visual perception.
It's +2 dice.
All right. So what do you want to know?
I want to know like where, like if the soldiers are planning on coming out, and if there's an area where I don't mind running into some soldiers, but I don't want them to be able to like come at both sides.
Right. Okay. So if we position you here, just for sake of permanence, you've bunched the soldiers up inside. They're moving into small groups of 5 and 10, trying to seek what cover they can. But there are just so damn many of them that it would be kind of difficult for you to get in anywhere from any angle without coming under fire from someone. There's just so many of them, right? Even if their numbers were cut significantly, even if there was only 50 to 100 instead of 200, what are you going to do? There's still going to be bullets flying absolutely everywhere. If you advance from here, you will almost certainly come under further fire. Yeah, if nothing else, you might get hit by collateral damage thanks to the fucking anti-aircraft gun as it unloads into the building as well.
Point of order, real
Sure.
quick. Regarding that grenade that got thrown last turn, if your explosive weapons work slightly differently than like normal attacks, like if you miss with an explosive weapon, there's a decent chance you might still kill someone because it doesn't like miss, it just lands, a meter or two different from where you're trying to put it. And if this place is that tightly packed, like I can't imagine there's anywhere you throw a grenade in there that doesn't kill a bunch of people.
Fairly
So,
accurate,
grenades
but
may be an option.
let's say we killed 8 people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference, right? Like the chaos and the fear that it's creating is more effective than actually killing 8 people. So I'm not saying it's not a bad idea. It's probably a great idea, but thinning the numbers at this point is an academic exercise. Yeah. So you tossed your grenade in. It killed a bunch of people. It caused a bunch of chaos. It's taken the number of soldiers in the vicinity down from 200 to 192. Now you'll only be targeted by, what's 192 times 30 bullets? That many bullets.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
going in sounds non-viable. And where's the control tower?
Side of the map, all the way down over here, southwest corner, but slightly off the map.
Okay, so it sounds like I'm just gonna keep making my way around the outside of the building and try to get. I want to like work myself around like over this way and start heading down.
All right. That's a lot of bullets. So, yeah, no worries. You go around the rear side, and it'll take you a long time to get into position, but that might be okay because we might be moving into a second phase of the assault where the second phase might be 5 minutes after the first. I don't know. It'll be up to you guys to decide. No sign of the spirits. The tank has got everything completely under control. I think it might be Ricochet's go, and then it's the end of the round. Oh no, not quite, because Trey's still got stuff, but they won't be doing much. Ricochet, any plans?
No, you
Yeah.
must have missed me one round. I shouldn't have had an action this round.
Rightio, no worries. Just haven't reduced the initiative. Then doesn't matter. Trey, you're holding your position, right?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just finishing off people laying on the tarmac. I don't want any surprises
Cool.
later.
Cool. I'm going to remove all of these stones then, and we can take as a party a moment to consolidate, reassess, to reevaluate, and take as much time, 1 minute, 1 hour, whatever it is, to get the next phase. The tarmac is secured. We have driven the enemy essentially into the building and into the control tower. Any stragglers are either not a genuine threat, or we just bring them down with fucking heavy machine gun fire of one variety or another. The point is, we have captured the tarmac. What do we do next, and when do we do it?
I think I'll leave the astral, like if I see because I think the next plan might be like attacking the control tower, like getting Bang. She might be like the biggest threat at the moment. Hello?
Party, what do you think?
Yeah.
Godfather's kind of in command, so what's the plan?
I was kind of working around towards the.
Where exactly is the tower here? Someone
The
ping
tower
shift
is
that.
off the map. I will. It's off the map in this direction. I'll draw an arrow to the control tower. It's over there, but it's off the map.
If I go astral, could I like search the tower, and if she's in there, would I be able to see her?
Possibly.
Yes,
All right,
but it might take.
I got a plan. Yeah. You guys found the power controls in the basement, right?
Yeah.
But we can't really get back there.
Can't you?
I mean, unless you
Came
want
up-
to.
We came up inside the terminal, like where all the people are.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to get back in there without going through the terminal, which, as we just discussed, has 4,000 bullets waiting for.
Indeed.
I mean,
There's stuff we can do about that.
I mean, we could just be complete cocksuckers and just have the spirits kind of go in there.
Time is on
I
our
mean,
side.
Not
That's
to
the
mention
question
that.
is, how long till we have to do backup? Yeah, I mean, like how long until they're gonna send somebody?
if we assume that they send them from the crocodile farm, just an assumption, you don't know where their operatives are. But if we assume that they send them from the crocodile farm, it's about 25 kilometers. It would take them half an hour to an hour to arrive in conventional vehicle.
And
Yeah.
I
Not to
mean-
mention, when they do, they're gonna have to drive down like a 2-kilometer straight road with minefields on both sides. Right. At it.
Yeah, backup for them seems like a very difficult option unless they do have some secret reserves. Like, for example, maybe all of those rice farms are filled with soldiers just waiting to emerge, or maybe they're going to airdrop them in, or maybe the Khmer Rouge have discovered the secret to teleportation when none of the AAAs have. There are possibilities that they could emerge, but assuming some kind of really fandangled shit, it's unlikely that they will be reinforced anywhere less than half an hour and maybe as much as 2 hours or more.
But just imagine that being a job like you and 500 people. Okay, just sit in this rice paddy until we tell you we need surprise reinforcements.
7 weeks later.
That part's unlikely. But, I mean, I got a truck sitting, the one I came in, and we get the tank and the murder mobile can both pretty much just drive to the tower.
Yeah.
Provided Omen doesn't have his little bots murder us.
Yeah. And you can have Mako and potentially Ricochet taking out any rocket launcher guy that tries to opportunistically take you out. So that might work.
So, I'm thinking if we can kill the power to the tower, we can turn off that jet engine thing they're running.
Do you really
most likely.
think it's a
One of Buang's spirits?
yeah, mechanical, not magical? Even if there's magical
Well,
gas.
I mean, remember the
Also,
reason we didn't do that was
The
because
tower has auxiliary, yeah.
and auxiliary to the auxiliary. That's why we didn't do it in the first place.
We could kill the terminal, but probably not the tower. Power, anyways.
I mean, a couple mortars, we could probably just kill the terminal, but that's probably going to get us a silver star instead of a gold star on our performance evaluation.
You get a technical pass. What we call a 3. 3s get degrees, we say in Australia.
I'm just saying, like, otherwise, I mean, why don't we just converge?
Gas been extracted by now, anyway. I think.
And
Yeah, but if we get the
assault the
fan
tower.
off, we can blow out the tower windows and launch more gas.
I thought our whole thing was to keep the tower completely intact.
Well, blowing out the windows, I think they'll forget.
I mean, in that case, we probably could have done it with a rail shot.
Yeah, like we got a 50 cal and a rail shot. Like if we want the windows open, I think we can achieve that. And launch. Yeah, it's just a matter of getting the fan off, which is why I want to kill the power.
I mean,
that
not
gas,
to Arctic
the
speak
gas
here.
must have done something to it. Like maybe we should attack while she's weak, just storm the building.
We could just send in a spirit with noxious breath.
I mean, my spirit does have noxious breath, like the elephant one.
All 3 of my fire spirits have noxious breath as well.
I mean, do we want to just drop 5 noxious breaths in the middle of the control tower and assault it?
I mean, is a control tower ward? Yeah, I mean, like, we don't really know anything about the inside, so anything we do is better than sitting in.
If
We did
nothing else,
basically no
now that
recon
gas is
control.
out, we could probably do astral recon inside the tower.
I was also just planning on just walking into the control tower and killing anything that gets
You should probably wait for me. I might be able to help you.
Yeah, I mean it'll take me a minute. I'm in Africa.
Yeah, bear in mind your shit's gonna wear off in an hour.
I mean it won't take me that long.
Not
We're only like what, we're like what, 15 minutes into the drugs or something?
even. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah, because we popped them when we were doing like the work stuff downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the hangar, the second like the guy saw fucking Trey like horror movie pull the guy into the tank and took off running,
Yeah.
screaming
So-
about demons. That was when you popped your kamikaze.
I kicked off the initiative,
I
so yeah, so we're like a minute into that maybe.
1 minute. Yeah. With timers on our sides, but yeah, if we take longer than 30 minutes to an hour, then then we're probably going a little bit slow.
Everyone need to get into line for the detox spell.
So,
is
Alright.
is the orc on our tack neck?
Godfather?
Yeah, the orc is on our tack net, provided he's turned his shit on.
I'd request for him to come pick me up.
Done. He that takes 1 minute. He backs up and keeps steady firing with the machine gun. He's not wasting his ammo anymore. He's just firing a single bullet, dun dun, suppressing fire, dun 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 dun, and he backs up towards your hangar. You're able to roll out, climb in, and or however you want to do it.
And yeah, I'll ask him for an escort to the control tower.
All right. There's not a lot of room in the tank. I think it's made for 3 people, so which is fine. We've only got 2 at the moment. He's been running it single-handedly so far, so there's still enough room for 1 more slot without us having to sit on each other's laps.
Or he's running it wirelessly, isn't he?
Oh yeah, that's right. He's not even in there. What am I talking about? So there's 3 chairs and none of them are occupied. Yeah.
Well, I think one
I
of them's
will,
got a dead body in it.
Good point. No, valid. Yep. No, I'm glad you remembered.
I will. I mean, on the way over there, I will link the rest of the ammo inside the ammo
Actually-
bins that kid brought.
Oh yeah. You
Come to think of it, I think there's actually 2 bodies in there.
well, there might be 2 bodies in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you killed a guy, then another guy leaned in, and you like dragged him inside. So there's 2 guys in there.
Look, I was maintaining our cover.
It was good. It was fucking pro, man.
They're only
Yeah,
children,
like
though, so they only take up the space of 1 person.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's true. They're
They are
compact.
Khmer. They're very small.
But there
They're
is half
basically
an inch
Asian
of
pygmies.
Asian. Pretty much, they're about as small as Asians get. There's about half an inch of blood splashing around in the bottom and on the floor, where all the foot pedals and everything are.
Oh, that blood demon's coming back.
Could be. Okay, cool. So that'll take about a minute, leaving us with like roughly 59 minutes spare. The point being, there is a lot of time for us to make our plans, come up with our phase 2.
Main thing for
Alright.
me is, do you guys want me to stay back here providing Overwatch, or do you want me to come there and?
I mean, maybe to keep watching the tower, because like Brian could like pop a head up at any moment, and then that could be your time.
Well, what if we do this, right? I mean, why don't we just have the tank point its cannon at the control tower and offer them a surrender?
And if they accept, what's the plan then?
I mean, we'll have them march out. We will tag and back. I mean, you got to figure from their standpoint, that whole thing from when that kid came running out to all of this happening was like 30 seconds.
I'm actually unfamiliar with bag and tag. Does that mean shoot them or arrest them? Like have them?
No, oh, sorry. That's when you fucking capture terrorists. You fucking, yeah, you fucking hog tie them with the zip ties.
Yeah, so I was
Take all their
I
shit,
was
put a
unfamiliar.
bag
Like,
over their head,
I thought it was like
and
body
then
bag.
you
Attack
I
means
mean,
like
not
All are
officially.
in.
That's an option. That is an option.
no, but
All of our
genuinely, I
skill
didn't know what that
points
meant.
Commissar being a complete fanatic. I don't think she'd surrender.
I mean, there was a
Yeah,
lot of
but
doubt in the last comlink messages,
okay. So maybe she doesn't surrender,
but her soldiers might.
but one, it doesn't cost us anything, right? And two, it might clear some guys out of the fucking tower. It might not. And if she's not there, right? Which is also a supposition we had, right? Because even that, even having her answer the fucking, even if she just tells us to eat shit and die, and communism will win, that's still more information we have right now, and it's a believable bluff.
And we don't know who's going to pick up anyway.
That's what I'm saying. If she's
Yeah.
not there, then they might surrender. Like that might be an actual thing. Like 30 seconds, this all went to shit. I'm Lieutenant Dipshit that fucking got this to try to get my family some more rice back in fucking shithole village I'm from. I got pressed into service.
And we should
I
probably
might just be like, I'll let this one go.
we should probably let the internal minister know that what's happening, so he can get like reinforcements here as well. Because we want to be able to keep the airport as well.
Well, yeah,
I
but
kind of want to
get the
hold off on
airport.
that so we get the chance to loot the place. To be honest.
That was gonna be.
Okay,
I was gonna leave out the looting part, but yeah.
Like,
Start thinking like a criminal, man.
okay,
You're a criminal.
We're
You're
going
a
to
bad
get them in
motherfucker.
eventually, though, aren't we?
Well, yeah, we don't.
I mean,
what the
we're
fuck are we
2
gonna do with an
kilometers from
airport?
anyone who gives a fuck.
Okay, should I try contacting the air tower then?
Well, let me get out
Yeah,
the tank
let's,
first before have them drop me off by the fucking anti-aircraft guys. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want her to nuke the fucking tank while I'm still in it.
Flash, there's a taxi. There's a taxi going across the tarmac now. Do you want to ride?
Can I get to it without getting shot at by 3,000?
No, but it can get to you without getting shot at.
I figure like I run like 50 meters of fucking like every turn or whatever it is, so like I can go around the back and get there in about a minute anyway.
Absolutely can. You certainly do not have to take the tank. I just thought you're a hitchhiker. There's a guy going past. Why not stick your thumb out? But absolutely, you're definitely
can't
able to.
Admit that I can't admit that I rode the tank over here and then now I need to go somewhere else. That'll make me look.
You're the new girl.
Yeah, I went exactly where I.
He is
All
playing
right.
a female. It does make a certain amount of sense.
So that sounds like a plan. We get the tank, just visibly aim its cannon at the tower, get the loudspeakers going on my van, and just say like anybody who surrenders gets to leave the tower before we open fire on it.
I'm gonna leave the tank before this happens.
All right.
And I'll just continue making my way behind the terminal to the tower.
I mean, it's the tower. Can we try communicating through like the comlinks first?
I'm not gonna calm them. I'm just gonna do the loudspeaker so everybody can hear it.
Right. I think we not only have a bit of a plan forming, we also had a silence there for about 2 or 3 seconds. So, okay. Flash is going around the rear. And where do you hope to end up, Flash?
At the tower.
All right. Make a stealth roll. Getting there in time is not the problem. You've got plenty of time. Getting there without being seen is the issue.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Trying to get. I'm headed to the tower, I guess. I haven't really known what I was doing for a while.
It's okay. You got thrown into the mix. You did a good job. You killed those guys. Wolverine clawed.
Yeah.
Just get there to back me up.
I'm on my way over. Why do I not have fucking stealth on my skill thing? Fuck me. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, just to clarify, the tower is enemy held. Like,
Going
it'll be
inside,
sneaking
I'm like,
because-
yeah.
All right.
This is urban, right?
It is.
15 dice. I might get some bonuses from drugs, but I don't know. I don't know why it's not on my sheet.
+2 to your agility.
Cool,
Okay, so
cool.
5.
5 successes. They don't get that much in total. So you're able to sneak your way all the way over to the control tower. You're not there immediately. Whole process takes about 10 minutes, but you're good. You're going to be able to make it over there and get yourself into the position that you want to be. Perfect. I'll move on to Trey. Trey, you're in the tank, and you basically want your tank to be close to the control tower with the main gun on it, but you're getting out and trying to hide somewhere else, are you?
I want him to like pull up so I can kind of get out. I mean, like it's sorry. The only control towers I've seen were mainly, you know, they didn't really have any windows till you got to the top.
Correct, and this one's the same. It's a big cylinder of concrete that opens up into a kind of like a dish surrounded by glass and a whole bunch of radars and shit on top. That's exactly what it looks like.
So I'm gonna try to, as he does like a roll by, kind of drop down and hide against the tower itself.
Yeah,
so that
brilliant.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, like, so he doesn't really stop. I just kind of get out, and then I will try to get to the tower as he goes and gets in position. On the idea that they'll be watching the tank, if anybody's watching, and they might not notice me popping out, but anybody at the tower won't be able to see straight down.
No, it would be. They'd have to like abseil down in order to even get a visual on you. Yeah, perfect. There's only one door in and out of the tank, and it's a big set of double doors, big enough that you could push a cart through it, a big wide cart. So there's a single set of double doors at the base of the tower. You can assume that they're going to be locked, but you don't know that for sure. You get into position, and Flash gets into position as well. It takes about 10 minutes, but you guys are good. Perfect. All right. Ricochet. Do you move even an inch?
Well, that's what I was asking. Do people want me to stay here and just keep Overwatch for now?
You're
you
in
want
a
me to move
decent
up and help with the
position.
assault?
Get a shot on the tower.
Yeah,
Get a shot on any reinforcements that might be coming.
no
it's
one
your
knows
call.
where you are. I mean, from a tactical situation, I think Utah might back me up. You don't move your snipers
Nope, that's cool. Just checking.
unless you have to, or unless you're exfilling them.
Yeah, they typically don't stay in place too long. But
Yeah, he hasn't
for-
taken a shot yet, though, so he's not really blown.
for the type of sniping we're doing, you wouldn't move them too much, though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just wanted to check.
I mean, he's
Ricochet,
been there
there
for
is
like
one
30
challenge.
seconds.
Keep going.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. Add your piece. I'd like
I was saying he has been there for like 30 seconds. That's a very long.
You know, but we're now talking about like. Actually, I've been here for hours, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
mate.
I'm talking about it with this significant time. If you want me to move up and help in moving into the
No, I
tower.
think staying still might be a good idea because, like,
No, I was leaning towards that as well, but I just wanted to check if anyone else had any other ideas.
So that's the whole point of teamwork. So that's good. Ricochet, there is one concern. There is still a third plane or a third aircraft in the sky, and it will complete its circuit. You know, over the circuit only takes about 20 minutes for it to do a whole 3-kilometer circle.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's coming back. Do you want to deal with that in any way, shape, or form, or are we just going to ignore it?
Did the fireball not take it out?
I didn't.
Oh,
the thing,
you
the thing doesn't have windows. So could it
Okay,
target it?
I thought you were going to hop out and fireball it.
Yeah,
I would.
that's right. Yeah.
I would think. In the meantime, maybe we could get the flat gun to take it down.
Okay.
It
Or
would be a
we
lot
could,
better suited to it than a ghost rifle.
Okay.
or we could fling a control at it and steal it. Just have it, or
Yeah.
have the guy land.
All right. Well, let's deal with this issue briefly. before moving on to the other characters. What do we want to do about the plane?
Is it running wirelessly? I'll make a matrix
Uh,
perception check, I guess.
Yeah, matrix perception check. No, it's manually controlled. It's not a pilot. Yeah, it's got a pilot.
Yeah.
He is connected to the matrix himself for what it matters.
Yeah.
Through comlink.
Godfather will calm Omen and say, "Can you get a bead on the pilot of that? It's a what kind of plane is it?
Like a Cessna of some sort.
Yeah, you get a bead on the pilot of that Cessna. See if you can get him to land."
We could just calm him.
Yeah, I can try that.
Why would we do?
I mean, the fight's over. Like, if he flies near the airport, we're just going to shoot him down. Like, he's just going to die if he does anything.
He's in a plane. He can just fly off.
And
May not have the
that's the same
fuel,
for
but
us.
it's better than landing and getting captured. Like just fling the control thoughts at him.
Well, I mean, I think we could give him the option of surrendering because he might go for that, especially if he's someone young.
Or we can just fling the control thoughts at him.
I mean, I have influence.
Well, I mean, drawing a bead on a airplane with a pair of binoculars to the point that you can see the pilot, that's pretty much impossible.
And won't the glass block the spell anyway?
If you can see through the glass, that you can cast a spell. Like that's how optical binoculars work. But trying to keep something in your vision that's moving at the speed of an airplane with binoculars, that's pretty hard.
That was challenging. Hey, like following a bird with binoculars is hard enough.
And I think the important thing is that he's just not here anymore, because like the real threat is like the mage. So if he just flies off, like that's sorted. Like we can.
Yeah, but we want his plane is the reason we're going for this.
And I mean, same with Frank. Offering him to surrender, there's no loss if he says no.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste time doing a negotiation and calming over the.
Yeah, but I think the negotiation would already be over though if we tried it though. And Omen's gone, but I have influence. So will that work?
Oh, did we lose Omen?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, just then.
I'm surprised like he wasn't saying something. It's probably because he disconnected. Because he's the control man.
Elgrad can possibly take him over. Yeah, I'm just trying not to waste time, and I don't want to do a conversation to achieve something that can be done in like 2 rolls.
All right, let's make a decision. We can use Omen as an NPC if that's what you want.
I can cast a spell, I'm pretty sure.
Because
line of sight influence.
Yep.
Influence would work to get a guy to land too.
So I can say land the plane and surrender to us.
Yeah, that would absolutely work.
All right, so is that what we're going to try?
Yeah.
All right. The first thing is keeping the bead, as Ricochet said, keeping the bead on your target while casting a spell, presumably with one hand, holding the binoculars with the other hand, unless they're hands-free binoculars for some reason, and don't think they are.
Oh, we got our Omen back.
Omen's back.
Sorry, some internet issues apparently.
Welcome. So yeah, you want to run over the plan, Fenway, and we can readjust it because Omen's back. I don't mind. It's up to you guys.
There's one plane still in the air. We want the plane, so we're planning on casting like a control spell on them and having him land and surrender.
Okay.
It's either going to be me or you, and then you cut out. So it was going to be me. And keeping the bead, would that be a perception check?
That's a good question. I think it would be a perception check as well as some kind of agility check or something. I was going to turn to you guys to see what you might have thought would be the appropriate attributes to follow the birdie with your.
Because I also have like searching, like not expertise, specialty, or whatever it's called.
That would be perfect. Yeah, yeah.
I am already focusing on one mind control as well, so I'll be a bit of a penalty as
So I
well.
guess I'll be doing that one then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So here's my searching, like with the binoculars.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, 3. We'll say 3 is enough. That's a good number to target.
And I'll do a force 6. Why not?
Okay.
Two.
And what does he resist with?
Logic plus willpower.
Logic and willpower.
Hey, I soaked the drain though.
Yeah, I got a single success. So so you get 1 success, 1 net success.
So he's under your influence.
And the influence would be just to land the plane on the tarmac and surrender.
But he gets like 3 checks at every turn or something, doesn't he?
At -6.
Or at -6, and he's not going to be able to break out of it.
Is it influence or control thoughts?
Influence.
Alright, so what does influence actually do as opposed to control force?
Hold on 1 second. Oop.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Me
You'll
too.
plant a single suggestion in the victim's mind, like a powerful post-hypnotic command.
Yeah.
For example, target carries out the suggestion as if it were his own idea. If confronted with the wrongness of the suggestion, the subject can attempt to overcome using the rules for mental manipulation. That would be rolling logic plus willpower minus the spell's force, which is 6.
Oh, right. So he wouldn't even get the check unless it was illogical anyway. And landing, surrendering is not that illogical, I guess. So anyway, what is your one single suggestion?
I guess to surrender to us, and then we can just contact them on the thing and tell them like the orders to surrender. Like the suggestion would be like you need to surrender to like the people taking over the airfield.
Okay.
And then we can contact them on the comlink and tell them to land the plane and like throw his weapons out.
Yeah, so you give him the suggestion to surrender, but then you manually contact him and give him the order to
and like how to carry out the surrendering.
Yeah, that's a nice way of doing it. And I won't even worry about any dice for that. That will work. So it takes probably about 10 minutes for him to come in. I'll just make sure that he lands the plane properly. That'd be fun. That'd be hilarious. If
just glitches and dies.
And he brings it down safely, so that's good. In spite of all of the debris and damage to the tarmac, he brings it down successfully. So that's taken care of that. We'll move back now to the characters we hadn't looked at. I'll start with you, Godfather, since you control a vehicle. What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? And how long do you expect it to take?
I guess we'll make the attempt at the surrender offer. So Godfather will work with Clockwork to position both his vehicle and the tank roughly like 45 to 50 meters apart on the tarmac. Both very obviously pointing an assortment of weapons at the tower. And then there's no vehicle mod for this, so it's no guarantee my vehicle has it. But do I have something like a loudspeaker I can use?
Oh yeah, let's just say that you do.
Yeah. I'm gonna open up the channel and say,
attention all shoppers.
Actually, probably if somebody who speaks Khmer do this.
I speak
Fenway,
Khmer.
you speak. Yep. He'll hand you like a technology. Somebody who speaks Khmer is not Fenway. Can we?
I mean, you can set it up, and we can see if it works.
I don't want to blow out my van's speaker system.
Don't you have gremlins?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like.
Isn't gremlins just a -1?
I mean, what it really means is if you like glitch with something, it's a critical glitch.
Van explode.
It means you glitch more easily.
Oh yeah, that's it. You glitch more easily.
So it shouldn't be that bad, but Gremlins has a habit of being that bad.
Yeah, he just role plays it that anything technologically touches explodes. Yeah.
So I don't think mechanically my gremlins are that bad, but it's pretty fun to make
Yeah.
stuff stop working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I
In
have to, like,
character, you're always like, your comms like feedbacking out and all that shit. It's like I'm not griping on it. It's
I
cool
know.
and it's like yeah.
I have gone out of my way to do that, like pretty unnecessary.
Yeah, it's very Harry Dresden.
So any volunteers?
yeah, do I have to?
Yeah, let's
I
get
have to
Trey on
physically
this.
beat-
He's good at intimidating communists. Yeah, bring him inside the van. Yeah, basically just anybody who surrenders gets to be outside the tower when we open fire on it.
You gonna patch me in through the comlink?
I'm handing you I got loudspeakers on my van. We're just gonna be broadcasting this very loudly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just do it through my comlink.
Oh
Like-
yeah, that works.
Almost like his voice to go through his comm link, then come out the speakers.
Yeah,
Like I'm already
just got what he
hidden.
was trying to say. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I will call them up
misunderstood you.
and I'll be like, residents of the tower, my compatriots say humanity says we must offer you chance to surrender before we blow up the tower. You have 1 minute to come out. I hope you stay in. Thank you. And I'll cut the feed.
All right. You may make a persuasion and an intimidation roll.
I think I'm fucking yeah, I'm what do you call it? I got one dice for each.
Not
'cause
very good at
I'm-
it.
What do you
Yeah,
call
not very-
it? The when you don't have any skills in it.
Yeah,
Defaulting.
Defaulting.
Thank you. So yeah. But I didn't glitch.
He did not glitch.
I think it would have been a better idea, like even with the gremlins, to get me to do it.
We
Yeah,
totally offered
probably.
that to you.
I should have been more pressing with
And the
it.
tank should give me some modifiers on intimidate because it's a tank.
There's probably some bonuses in order.
Yeah. What we call circumstantial modifiers. Yeah.
But Trey honestly doesn't care about whether or not they come out.
Indeed.
So I will let it go if that's easier.
All right. So we'll work out what happens over the next minute, but first we'll turn to the other characters. So
We're using as our negotiator a guy who doesn't actually really want us to fucking. And he's like, he's not, and he's doing it in Khmer, so he's just like, he's probably not even translating that accurately. He's like, just like, fuck it, die. Anyway.
listen, everyone, fuck you all. You're gonna die. All right.
Yeah, I told him to surrender, but they don't seem to be accepting it.
Did my job. Flash, do you have a plan for this interregnum period?
No, I'm getting into position, and then I'm waiting for when me and my infiltration buddy can kill everybody in the tower.
Excellent work. You know what you're doing. Fenway, any plan?
But just, if two mages are in the astral, can they talk to each other?
Yes.
Okay. But Bang wasn't in astral before, so I guess I could try just communicating with the tower with my own comlink, even that probably won't work.
Oh, you want to communicate with Wang?
Or just the
doesn't that
tower.
mean that- Doesn't that
Just
mean he's
anyone-
gonna, the tower will block it though, won't it? Like, don't solid objects like concrete block?
Not just using my comlink. It's like
Oh,
anyone,
just using comlink.
just like comlink to the people in the tower, like whoever picks up, just sort of that's the person I'll talk to.
Oh, you're totally misunderstood. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So you broadband the.
That was being confusing.
You send a message over several channels and hope that someone picks up. Surely they will. What did you message?
Well, it's just that the tower's surrendered. Well, that the tower's surrounded. That their friends that their friends aren't going to be coming to help them. That it'd be easier for them to surrender at this point.
All right. Okay, make your persuasion roll.
I have diplomacy. Does that count?
It's more of a negotiation.
Okay. And it's -1 because I'm using tech, right?
Yeah. No, that's not how Gremlins works.
Nah.
Gremlins increases fumbles
Oh, okay.
basically. In essence.
Yeah. And that's only if you're trying to do something like a Google search or, something technologically related. Not just
So
any
that's-
time you use a piece of technology.
3 successes.
What's
All right. Well, they
What's
don't
your
open the
Gremlins
doors
at,
and
by
start
the way?
pouring out.
Just 1.
so basically normally you need to roll more than half your die roll, your skill value in ones to get a glitch. You decrease the number of ones you need to glitch by 1. Pretty sure is how it works.
So if I have
Yeah.
if I have 4 dice to do something, I need 2 to glitch. But with Gremlins, I just need 2 or 1. I mean.
With 4 dice, you would need 3 to glitch. With Gremlins, you only need 2.
Okay.
There's
More
more than
importantly-
half.
More importantly, with 3 dice, you'd only need 2. I think 2 dice.
Because I think
is that it?
I mean because
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rule is over half, so it takes it down to half.
Yeah.
Because anything tech I'm probably defaulting anyway.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you're like an old grandfather who doesn't know how to use technology. Basically, you try to open your email, and next thing you know, you got like 16 Somalian scammers trying to steal
that
your
Nigerian
retirement savings.
prince. What's my
Yeah.
I used to have Gremlins in real life, but I think I must have bought it off at some stage because it doesn't seem to affect me as it does. Windows XP cured my Gremlins, I think.
I definitely have Gremlins. It's like the
Windows 10.
like last week's videos, I had to attempt to upload them twice because they just kept glitching out.
Just glitching, man.
And my internet went cut out at 8 p.m. last night and came back on at 7 a.m. this morning.
Sounds like Philippines. No, not quite. All right. Okay, so that's most of us are sorted out. Omen, any plans over the intermediate period? Interval?
Not that I can think of. Seems like everyone else has got that kind of under control. Just make sure I've got my my AA turret on standby and my spirits ready.
All right. All right. So, considering that all of this happens over the course of about 10 minutes, there is one hiccup, but it's not even worth rolling for because it's a minor hiccup. Godfather, as you approach the compound, they still have one mortar set up to protect the entrance, so you have to deal with a mortar. What do you do?
Provided
You can.
open up on it with I guess if I can enfilade fire at one of my crime wave LMGs, I guess.
Brilliant. And so the mortar's protected by small arms, AKs and stuff, and they fire at you trying to take out your tires and your headlights, it doesn't do fucking shit. And trying to hit a moving vehicle with a mortar, I imagine, is pretty challenging. Now, granted, they've got a fairly narrow range of fire. You can't drive off or accidentally run into a mine. So at least they've got a nice clean direction. But you can regulate your speed to such a degree that I'm pretty sure you'd be able to dodge a mortar, even if they get one off. So you just fill the nest with machine gun fire, suppress that, and that puts you into position. Everyone should now be in the position they want, with one exception, and that's Trey, because Trey wanted to start climbing the tower. So make the appropriate check for climbing, Trey. Is there a climbing skill? Is that simple? Gymnastics. You're up there. It's so simple. So simple.
You say Flash is going with him too? I think she said.
Flash, you're also climbing?
I don't. Am I supposed to climb? Like
I don't know.
I thought you said you did. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No,
I did not hear that.
I went to the tower and then he started climbing and I was like, huh, I wonder if that means I should climb?
Yeah.
Am I good at gymnastics? I can't be terrible. Let me look.
Gymnastics.
Do you have gecko gloves?
Dude. Does that
Yeah,
make
you
it
also
easy?
got.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have
they're like.
I'm 12 in gymnastics plus 2 from the drugs is 14. That should be.
That
Gecko
sounds
gloves.
pretty accurate.
Gecko gloves let you Spider-Man up the tower.
Yeah, then I guess if we're climbing, we're climbing.
Think you're made for this shit.
Yeah, make sure you got your duffel bag with your gear, your gas mask on, just in case.
Yeah, for sure.
All
I'm
right.
just sitting around. So I got the shotgun and the chainsaw.
Half a hardware store there. All right. And yet your gymnastics roll is utter shit.
Yeah, that's pretty dog shit.
Bad.
Oh, gecko gloves give a bonus or something. I think they do. Let me look that up.
No, I got it. It's on page 1 or 450 of the main book. They make it hard to like it mainly becomes a strength thing on whether or not you can pull yourself up.
You said 450.
I believe it's 450. 449.
Table for how hard climbing is, and one of them is like assisted climbing or something like that. Like if you have something that's helping you. Or...
Right. Assisted climbing 134. Okay, now I go back to 134.
Oh, there's a lot of fucking rules in this game. Like.
Okay. The way it assumes you can climb like normally, just how many hits you get determine how quickly you do it.
Yeah, that's.
And
that's
if you like glitch or fuck up, you risk falling.
Yeah, cool. So it just means that you have to take your time, but that's okay because you're not under fire, you're not under pressure, and you're able to get into the position you want to. There is one more thing that I wanted to mention though before we get to all systems go, and that is what the intimidation checks did. You haven't emptied the control tower for whatever. You might hear the sound of gunfire, bang bang. There's a couple of people who were considering opening the door are discouraged from doing so. No one's coming out of the control tower. And Trey's plan to make them surrender didn't actually work either. They don't come out onto the tarmac, get down on their knees and put their hands on their head. They rush en masse out the back and into the rice paddy fields, and they just start fucking running and running and running. A bunch of guys grab the motorbikes, or whatever vehicle they can find, but for the most part, they just run straight out the back of the terminal, out any back door, out any baggage handling door that they can find, any access to the planes. They just run straight out the terminal doors and keep running and keep running and keep running. Do we do anything about this?
Do we want Omen to mob mine like a big clump of Khmer soldiers and have them charge the front door of the compound?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
The ones that just ran out the back.
Anyone?
Is this out
How many
side of the
left?
tower, like the big building?
Are the people that you just said ran out the back? Are you talking about the terminal or are you talking about the tower?
Yeah, I'm talking about the terminal. No one comes out of the
Okay.
tower. It sounds like someone might have tried to come out of the tower, but then bang, bang, someone shoots a few rounds from a revolver. Suddenly, no one wants to leave the tower anymore.
She's
Yeah,
a proper
so-
commissar.
Yeah, so if he can mind
We're
control
gonna have to get a
people,
cleaning detail there.
Yeah, if he can mind control people and like ram them through the front door while we go in through the top, I think that'd probably be the.
Yeah, you give it
Yeah.
a go. I'll be at a disadvantage,
Right.
but I'll see how the spell goes. Cracks fingers.
Also, as a side note, when they start going for like the bikes and vehicles,
Yeah.
Godfather's gonna start launching gas grenades in the area.
Brilliant, brilliant. So it's blind firing because you're firing over the other side of the terminal. They're just trying to land in amongst the masses, but there's a lot of targets. So go ahead and make a blind fire check.
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to hit anybody specifically. I'm just
No.
trying to gas the area so they like
Yeah.
area denial, so they
And
can't
I'm
get the
just
vehicles and run for it.
Yeah, he's trying to
Yeah,
just gas
cool.
where the vehicles are to keep them away from the vehicles.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to see like a general success check to see just how effective you are at doing it. So one attack will be enough to simulate the entire event.
What's the range, by the way?
500 meters,
That is
300
grenade
maybe.
launcher range.
Yeah,
Let me check the range table.
if it's between somewhere between 3 and 500. So you can take 300 and add plus 2d100. Yeah, 300 plus 2d100.
It's all the same category in the
No,
range
it's all
table
the same.
anyway.
Thought it might be. Yeah, cool. Thought it might be. Cool. So blind firing just straight into the masses. There's plenty of targets. You're gonna hit several of them. Let's see how many several is.
This really is a fucking mortar here. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. This is riot control, right? Like, am I wrong?
3 successes. It lands on target.
Lands on target, man. And so you just start gassing the motorbikes, what's left of the jeeps, and anything like that, and you force them to abandon the vast majority of their vehicles. A handful of motorbikes, 3 or 4 get away, but the majority of them are under so much gas that they just turn the other way and start running for their lives out into the rice paddies. So you now have enough dirt bikes that we can have one each.
Split.
How many dice
Alright.
do I? How much of a dice penalty do I have to concentrating on a spell already?
I
Is it
believe
2
it's
or
two.
1?
-2.
Okay. So instead of 14 dice, I'll have 12, and I'm gonna do it at. Does anyone know what Draenor was at?
My mind is forced.
Sorry. No, as in like because obviously you guys did stuff. The where I had where I
Oh
was
no,
not.
your drain is accurate,
Oh,
except for when you got the character today, your drain was accurate on your sheet, or your damage was accurate on your sheet.
Can't see it. Where is that on my sheet? On the
It's under
online sheet.
core.
You have 2 stun.
I have 2 stun. Okay. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. Cool. Force. That'll take. What is it?
I believe
Force
when you
plus
fill
1.
that in, it'll automatically start applying penalties to your stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need to. Let's do force 5. 6 is a bit much for me.
6 is good for the penalty.
Good for the penalty for them.
Yeah. Force 6 makes it so that on average nobody will be able to shake it.
Right. Okay. Oh, because then it's accumulative,
Yeah.
isn't it? After each time. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll just do it at 6 then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll hope that I don't take too much stun. Yeah, sure. 4, 6. 3 successes on that, so I need to resist 7 stun. Magic drain. So two more stun.
My mind wandered. What the hell are we doing again, Omen? What are you doing?
Mob minding a bunch of people that we're trying to run, so we can shove them into the building we're trying to go into.
Man, this is really, I think, where role-playing games come into their own, right? I just love the idea.
This is literally something Genghis Khan used to do.
Just point to a bunch of people. You guys, get in there.
Like
know-
he'd take a bunch of POWs and make them walk in front of his army as he invaded a city, so that any like siege fire or arrows or anything would hit like their own people first.
It is a good analogy, actually. It is a good analogy. When we bust down the walls of the Hungarian city, we pour the slabs in first. Yeah. Yeah, I try to think of 100 different situations that you might, 100 different angles that you might approach this from, and somehow I missed the one where you mob mine the Khmer Rouge soldiers into storming their own city. That never. So you know,
Which- Maybe the most obvious, ironically.
it might really, you know, like this tactic might be something that becomes our calling
go-to.
card. We might,
It kind of is, actually, at the moment. Kind of keep doing
we
it.
don't want Fenway to keep losing karma because his spirits die, so we'll start sacrificing children by the fucking bucket load instead.
It's like your soldiers are the sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Honestly, these kids are morons. You can probably get away with like a force 4, but you know.
All right. So it seems to me that everyone is in the position that they want to be when it's time to go. Does everyone feel that way?
The tower flares out. Arctic,
It
is that
does.
correct?
Imagine like that Seattle Sky Needle is kind of what it looks like.
And the underside of this, do I see anything? Is it, like, do I see an access port or?
No, you don't immediately see one. No, there might be some kind of access port for technological reasons, servicing reasons. I mean, but you can't. Look, I'm going to find one so that I don't have to imagine it so much. And here's the one that I'm going to use. So I'll place this picture in Discord, and this is officially what it looks like.
Okay.
All right.
What the fuck is that cage underneath there?
Let me try to have a look closely. That cage is glassed up. It's probably where they don't have offices per se. I'm not sure how to explain it. What is that cage?
It's like where some administration stuff
Yes.
goes on, but not actual air traffic controlling.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. There's probably a
So-
lunchroom there and a
Yeah,
people
there's-
doing shit.
Yeah, there's probably like a break room or something for when
Yeah.
you like take your break.
I would like to be right under that lip.
Yeah, beautiful. Flash.
Yeah, I'll be under that lip about like a 90-degree angle from him. So
If I'm
The
at
tower
12,
is
you'll
like-
be at 3, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, great.
So
Awesome.
we'll come up at different angles, but we won't be in each other's like firing.
Yes, yeah, but you'll have a good covering arc between the pair of you. Awesome.
Did I get a response for my message though?
Did you get a message through?
Did I get like a response back?
Oh, you mean from the control tower?
Yeah.
There might have been a muffled response, but the main response was the opening of revolver fire. So you think you probably convinced a couple of guys to do it, but then they convinced them by killing them not to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is an effective counterpoint. You gotta give them that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the bangs, I have put a little bit of thought.
Would
I've
you-
got some points that might be like effective against her.
Which would you prefer, Chimera bullets or foreign bullets?
Did you say fallen?
Foreign.
Forward.
Fallen bullets. Sorry. What were you saying, Carrick? You were trying to
I was saying-
specify something?
Do I have time for the assault? Like get like try one more thing?
We say when the assault happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there something you want to do?
I'm actually getting quite flustered and real. I'm not sure what because I know what I want to say, just don't know how to say it.
No worries.
Okay, here it is. Okay, I'll get back on the comm and I'll say, Bwang, we know you're in there, and I just got some questions to ask, but you don't need to respond them. I just need you to have the thoughts. Because you know that you have no place in their society, because you have faith in things that the vision opposes, and when the supreme leader takes over, you will be killed. Just look at history. Revolutionaries rarely survive the revolution. It's all about being a key to power. You will no longer be one after the revolution.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Make a persuasion roll. What do you have any specialty that might help?
I have diplomacy,
This is diplomacy. That's exactly what this is.
and I have one edge. I'll use that too.
Okay. Because you're using the edge
Damn
before you
sixes.
roll. Yeah. The dice explode.
I'm just suddenly blind now that I'm looking. There it is.
Yeah. You also add your edge rating to the roll.
Ah, 1.
Mage edge.
4 successes.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. There's no initial response, but I'll keep that in mind. I'm going to read what Mako's written. So, Mako, you set up your bio monitor, as well as the feed on the tack neck if you start getting injured. Okay. Right. Okay, I read that in the wrong order. Now I understand. So you're you're in full VR, but the bio monitor is watching over you.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So everyone will know if I go unconscious and get, matrix attacked.
Father will, I guess, calm the team and ask, is everybody in position?
Where is Mako? Is she in the van?
No, she's with Omen.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
In the house, the shack, I believe.
Yeah. She's got a basic rifle, but she's doing VR anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys were moving from there.
I can do everything I need to from here. So
Okay. The matrix noise here, the interference is 2. Do you have compensation for that, Mako?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought you'd be able to compensate that amount. The signal is pretty strong. The control tower was designed to have an extremely strong signal. You certainly don't want to lose track of fucking planes when your job is to track planes. Anyway, it looks like it's all systems go. Do we have an event that triggers this? Or have we done the mob mind yet? We might not have rolled for mob mind yet.
I got rolled for, but I don't believe we got the results.
no.
Right, maybe I haven't resisted it then. That might be the problem. So, Each individual resists with willpower plus intuition, I suppose.
Logic plus willpower.
Logic plus willpower. Same. They get 3 dice on the 3 successes to resist.
I rolled 3 dice to do it too. So
Okay. So the spell fails, but you still suffer drain.
Yep.
Have another go.
It's gonna be even less now. What is it? 14 dice. Now I'm on -1, so I'll be at. So it'll be down to
You could
11 dice. I could edge
you
it.
could take the 2 guys that you already have mob mind and just have them start stacking shells at the door.
Would that just like completely ruin the structural integrity and just bring the whole place down?
It kind of won't work because the anti-aircraft gun has been positioned so that it can't be used for precisely that purpose. It's in a different side of the control tower than the door is.
Oh, okay.
I meant
They
just
still have grenades, though.
stacking
They
the
still
shells up.
Yeah.
And then you let a grenade off
Oh.
on them.
Right. Like, creating.
Which
an
Trey would find
explosive.
hilarious.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah, we're trying to get this intact though, so it's best to avoid explosives on the tower.
You can probably hear Trey rolling his eyes at that.
Huh. Another mob mind, or are you just going to hang on to these 2 guys?
Nah, just hang on to these 2. I don't want to waste too much stun damage while we're not even out of the woods yet.
All right. What are we going to do with these 2 anti-aircraft guys?
If we're not trying to. No, they'll just stay on the anti-air guns, even though. Because they can still shoot spirits that materialize. Hopefully, they'll do something.
Good call.
Cool.
All right. Brilliant. So, is there
if reinforcements start to arrive, could be Andy having a gun pointing that way as well.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, is there an event that starts this all off, or are we begin by rolling for initiative? Or the Matrix? What do we do? How's the what's the catalyst to begin the assault, or is there still something that you want to do for the assault?
I think our opener is gonna be I'm gonna blow out the windows above Trey and Flash and pump a couple flashbangs in. Then they're gonna leap up and go for it. I think is the plan. Does anybody have anything to add to that? Maybe we throw the spirits in on the top floor.
We could.
Let's do it.
All right. So yeah, Godfather will calm Fenway and Omen and say, "Get your spirits ready. Once I blow out the windows, have them wreak havoc without damaging anything, if possible, on the top floor.
All right.
Try noxious breaths if you have it."
All
Yeah.
3 do.
And mine do as well.
That causes Trey to reach in and put on his gas mask.
Yeah,
He doesn't
you
want to
may
be
wanna pop
affected by fart monsters.
Yeah, you may want to gas mask too, Trey, or Flash. You haven't already.
Yeah, I put mine on before I started climbing. Or I
Alright,
assumed I
cool.
did. I don't know if I said it.
I think you did. Yeah. All right. There's nothing else. Godfather will line up the windows above Trey and Flash with
Okay.
one of his Ares Alphas and attempt to blow them open with, I guess, yeah, he'll try to make a concentrated single shot.
Sure.
Or I guess he'll try to blow 2 open at the same time and split his dice pool.
Yeah, that's not really a better way of doing it.
And then dice pull together.
I don't know the rules for shooting an object, but I don't think we need to look them up either.
Yeah.
I'll
It-
just
yeah.
gauge whether or not it works. You know.
Yeah. Just in terms of like it can't dodge, so it's literally shooting the broadside of a barn.
Yeah.
You just add hits to damage.
Okay. Sure. Yep. Can't dodge. Hits the
And it
damage. Yep,
tries
that's
to
beautiful.
resist.
Yeah.
And I think it essentially has hardened armor, like a vehicle.
Yeah.
Because it's even more of a solid thing than a vehicle.
Yeah.
There's a table I can look up for if you like that gives like barrier
That's a
ratings
good
for
idea.
things.
Since you know everything else, then we'll just get the table. Yeah. The table for bulletproof blast, whatever the absolute thickest bulletproof blast that is available is. This is not, you know, this is not bulletproof blast you put on a car. This is bulletproof blast you put on a building. It can be a lot thicker.
If you're splitting your dice pool, do anybody know if range penalties apply before or after?
All penalties apply to both.
Got it.
Yeah. Way of putting it.
All right. Angle wise, I can get within like 150 meters of the tower reasonably, right?
Yeah. With tank covering you, you can. Yeah.
All right. First attack. I literally missed the broadside of a barn.
On a 1, Trey's window is open, and on a 2, Flash's window is open. So Trey, your window has been shattered. But Flash's one, you strike the glass, but you do so at an angle that it just bounces straight off, leaving a tremendous scratch and big crack. But it doesn't actually penetrate.
Can I follow up?
I guess
Initiative,
we start.
yeah.
I guess we start initiative at this point. Yeah.
Fenway, are you
Ignore
keeping up?
that. Excuse me.
You
What?
keeping up improved reflexes?
Yeah, why not? Because it's basically free at this point. Well, it is free. Just going to need to re-roll that initiative.
Oh, oops, there's something I meant. Here we go. This is good. Okie dokie. All right. You're in the Matrix already. You're in Hot Sim.
Yeah.
But what's your plan?
First is to do a matrix perception to see if there are any, well, just to see what's around, mainly looking for ice or other persona.
Right.
That's a pretty good roll.
You're damn good, and your limit's 10, so that's pretty magnificent. All right. You get a good view of the landscape. Now, let me visualize this a little bit myself. Okay, cool. Does the perception check allow you to see into the next host, or can you only see what's in the area that you are?
So if it's a host that I'm looking at, I'm just going to be surveying it for its attributes, its stats, that kind of stuff. I won't be able
Okay.
to see inside until I get in.
That's what I thought. So
Yep.
here, but you would still be able to see everything that's also around here as well, like all of the thousand icons of every gun and piece of underwear and candy bar. You'd see all of that as well, right? And you just have to block that shit out. Is that all correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you filter out all of the aforementioned trash. There's so much junk, even out here in the remote areas of a backwards country. The environment is still flooded with ARO junk, fucking everywhere. Some of it dating back 50 years, and nobody ever removed it from the Matrix. Anyway, not quite that bad. But anyway, moving on. You look at the host, and you can see that the host was once strong. It was once a state of the art, just about, and it had powerful firewall. It has since decreased and since degraded. It effectively has attributes of 5, a firewall of 5. It should be 6, but there's that many bugs that you can practically see the bugs crawling along on the host, eating holes in its defenses, leaving like a sort of Swiss cheese effect through its matrix defenses. So that gives you an idea of the kind of opposition that you're facing. Cutting edge about 10 years ago, which means that it's kind of shit in the modern era. But you also spot one other thing. You spot an icon, a persona, that is, watching the entire thing unfold. They've the Matrix obviously doesn't have 3 dimensions, so it's difficult to place something in 3 dimensions. But somewhere in the distance, there is a figure wearing a Stetson hat, a long grey overcoat, smoking a cigarette. They kind of look like Humphrey Bogart from Casablanca. And they just seem to be hanging around in the area outside the host, just like you are.
Okay. Well, I will relay that to I get Godfather specifically. I'll send a text message that someone's watching, someone I don't recognize. Doesn't look like it's the icon we associate with the Supreme Leader. And then I'll give a command to my agent to give me the teamwork action to help me break into the which it can do on its next turn.
All right. Your agent.
It's going to be doing the teamwork. I'll just roll its roll when it comes around.
Cool. So how does teamwork work?
It'll roll its dice pool, which will give me bonus dice on my attempt to get. But it won't give it any, and it won't help it get in. It's just going to help me like probe for weaknesses and get a mark.
Yeah. And there are quite a few weaknesses, so any assistance will just make it easier.
Exactly.
All right, Trey, I'm looking back at the picture of the control tower. You're underneath it. The windows have been smashed above you. What comes next?
I'm just gonna take a flashbang and effectively throw it around the corner, but like I'd be throwing it around the ledge, like just with my hand, and then popping down and waiting for the inevitable.
You hear the grenade go off, but you don't hear any reaction from any soldiers or anything.
Roger.
Yeah. All right. Godfather.
Man, that was embarrassing. This doesn't usually happen to me. I'm gonna pop off another shot. I guess I'll make a multiple attack again, but with 2 different weapons technically. Um, First one will be another shot to open up Flash's window.
Yeah.
I presume that does the job.
Yeah, it certainly does.
All right. The second one will be a follow up with a flashbang grenade. That's on target.
Brilliant. And so yeah, you fire, you take it out. So am I correct in saying that you shoot the window and then you shoot a flashbang grenade into it?
Yeah, I shoot I blow out the window and then I shoot a flashbang grenade basically right through the hole I just made.
Oh, so you got like an M16 with an undermounted grenade launcher or something?
It's an Ares Alpha. It's a assault rifle with a underbarrel grenade
Yeah.
launcher.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's very
I'll,
effective. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll also direct my drone to fly up and provide support. My automated guns, with the exception of the 50 cal, have safe target systems on them linked to the team, so I will set them to free fire.
Mm-hmm.
And Mako just calms me about a mysterious Matrix icon in a Stetson. Come back. That's alarming, especially after the virus incident. Probably worth a probe. Be prepared to go wireless, or rather, offline. That'll be my turn.
All right. Flash.
I was
Okay,
just gonna
so
ask, if you incapacitate a mage, does that stop them from like casting spells?
Like if they're unconscious.
Like if you like tie up their hands?
Oh. No.
Oh, okay.
I believe I have something we could use to restrain a mage. I also have blight. So we could take her prisoner theoretically.
I mean, I'm just asking because I've got a few more questions I wanted to ask her, but I think it could be interesting, but it's not too important.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll take her alive. If so, we got options, but we're in the middle of an assault.
There are specific restraints designed for mages, Fenway. What they do is they cover their eyes so they can't see. They constantly pump white noise into their ears so they can't hear anything. And they generally do involve some kind of manacles so they can't move their hands. And once a wizard can't see or hear anything, there's not much they can do.
Okay, because I was just sort of
also
asking.
particular ones with magic sensing plants inside that activate a taser if it detects magic.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Trey's way is just shooting her in the head, and then I can't really ask my questions.
Yeah, like Trey and Flash are going in with fucking shotguns and assault rifles.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm just saying it would be
chainsaw.
nice to like have the discussion, but like not. It's not like the end of the world. We could learn something
We
about the Supreme
definitely
Leader as well.
we all see the appeal. But it's, yeah, probably unlikely.
All right. Okay, so moving on to Flash.
Okay, so they've popped a bunch of flashbangs above me. I heard them all go. So I'm gonna go over the lip inside. Hopefully.
All right. You go into there, and you've obviously got some. Oh no, we haven't used grass. We've used flashbang. So the flash has gone off, and you jump into there, and make a perception check.
Okay.
All right. So just so I do understand what you're doing, the flashbang's gone off, and then you're going in through the broken window. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a
All
visual
right.
perception check. Did you want a general one?
Visual's good. So you look around, and the place is empty. There's nobody here. Water fountain over there, which is empty. A small coffee table that is relatively clean. Carpet on the ground, and an industrial style staircase that weaves up and around and away. It goes into the central tower and then starts weaving away. But the place appears to be empty. It's unoccupied.
Okay, so there's a staircase and it goes up and down.
It goes in and up. So it goes into the tower. Yeah.
So
yeah.
is there a way? Do I see a way down from where I'm at?
No way down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I guess I pull out the shotgun and I hold the stairs because that seems like the only way into the area that we're at.
All right. Yeah. So let me rephrase what I was talking about. There is a staircase. It's behind a door. So there's a door clearly marked stairs in 2 or 3 different languages, 4 or 5 different languages. You haven't opened the door yet. But you're at the staircase door. I'm having trouble describing it. If you've come in, the flashbang's gone off, and you've come in. You look around. There's no one there. You've got a shotgun, so you start looking around, walking around a circular room. The whole thing's circular.
Okay, so there's like a central staircase. Like the center of the tower continues upwards through like the whole room. So the room's like a donut.
The room is like a donut. That's right, a torus shape. That's right. And so you move through the donut until you find a door that says stairs. You don't know if the stairs go up. You don't know if they go down. But
Got it.
yeah. Okay, cool. Took me a long
All right.
time, but I'm glad we understood.
Yeah. Okay. So there's only one entrance into this room, and it's this doorway or the windows that we just came through.
There's only one entrance that you've found. Yes.
Okay. So I would pull out the shotgun and hold the door, and send like a message to Trey that the floor. And then I would wait for him to get up here, and I guess we'll figure out. I assume we're just going through the door, but I'm gonna wait for him to be up here before I.
Okay. All right, Mage Geeker.
Mage Geeker has been ordered to assist the assault, so it will fly up to the broken windows. At about a 150 meters out. I think that will take it about 2 turns. So it'll be occupied. It'll just hold its action to shoot anything hostile looking.
All right.
Are we actually using this battle map?
Kind of.
I
Yeah.
think we're not on the map anymore, though. Because we're
Yeah,
like
that's
at
right.
the
You're not
end.
even on the map at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the short answer is no, but kind of. Okay. So that was Godfather and Flash and Mage Geeker. Okay. There is an audible pop. What page spirits are on?
303.
303. I thought someone might know.
Because I was just looking at it right then as you asked.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, I think I know what's going on. Okay, that's cool. All right, that's good. Fenway.
Okay, it's a simple action to give a command, isn't it? Because I will give a simple command to give. What can I do more than one spirit with one action?
You can use one simple action to give a command to one spirit, and as another simple action to give a command to another spirit.
Okay, I've got 2 for 6 beasts with what is it? With noxious breath. I'll give them both the same order to search the tower, find Brang, and use like the noxious breath on her with the goal of knocking out.
All right. Omen.
Fury got the spirit searching. From where I am compared to the tower, like I can see the people that were trying to run away, like at the. Oh no, that's the other building. Actually, can I perceive astrally?
Yeah,
And
sure.
then I could probably see if she's anywhere at least in the building, or she'd light up a little bit at least.
Are you already in the astral?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so I think it's a complex action to go astral.
Oh, I was just perceiving astrally rather than going astral.
Oh, you won't be able to perceive through the concrete, I don't think,
Right, okay.
or even the glass.
Not really. Actually, while we're doing this, I'm just gonna while this is going on, can I just do like a quick like sort of perception check around the building we're in, just to make sure nothing's sneaking up on us?
Yeah.
Because obviously Mako's in hot sim, so she's dead to the world basically. So I just want to make sure we're okay in our position.
Yeah.
Visual perception check.
Yeah, or audible as you prefer.
Well, pretty sure it's just 6 skills, perception, 6 dice. Yeah. Only 1 success.
What a guy with a buffalo about 500 meters away.
Okay. Not a big threat.
Not a
Alrighty.
big buffalo.
Yeah. Fair.
Is the buffalo armed?
The
Secure
buffalo
your
has a
position.
fire.
No, that should be fine. I'll just hold my ground for a bit. Wait till something starts hitting the fan.
Buffalo shit.
Follow Bill.
Did Fenway? What action did you take? I've forgotten already.
I used 2 simple actions to tell my 2 beast spirits to search the tower and use their noxious breath on Brang if they find her, with the goal of knocking her out.
Okay, so are they already in the tower? Let me rephrase that. They so they are not materialized, or are they material?
I think they'll materialize like on the next pass because I just issued the command. I added them to initiative though.
Cool. So they fly in through one of the holes that was created, one of the shattered glass windows. They can pass through objects, right?
Yeah,
If they're
there
astral.
just has to be enough space for them to materialize, for them to do anything physical.
Watch them both instantly die and I lose like 2 cards.
pretty much. So what? They enter into the windows. What do they do then? You understand that it's a donut-shaped room. They're moving at the speed of thought. They enter into this donut-shaped room. What do they do?
I think that they would just want to, well, physically look through like the room, see if Wang's in, well, or anyone's in there.
They do a circle of the donut room, and they ascertain that Buang is not in here, nor are any life forms except for plants. The plants are dying.
And there's like the top, and then there's the stairs going down.
On this level, there's just like a donut and a staircase, and we haven't even gotten to the staircase because it's behind a door. Where do you go from there?
I guess up the stairs then.
Yep, cool. So you go through materialize straight through the door, and go into the stairs. You can see that the staircase winds up, curling up through the central tower. You can hear the hum. Well, I suppose you can't really hear the hum of the machines because you're an astral spirit. There are humming machines outside the walls. The staircase is about the equivalent of 2 stories high, and it winds and it winds and it winds up. And at the top of that staircase, there is an ambush. You can see several humans who are prepared, but none of them are Buang. So what do you do?
Right, so there's the staircase leading up, and then at the top of the staircase there's a bunch of people with guns.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. The staircase spirals down to the bottom of the building, but it also spirals up to the proper command tower. At the top of the proper command tower, the staircase ends in kind of like a hatch, more or less. The hatch is open, and looking over the edge of that hatch are several human beings, meta-human beings. None of them are Buang. You are still at the bottom of the staircase. What do you do?
Do we see the one with the revolver?
You can't see revolvers when you're a spirit. You can't.
Okay.
I don't mean shit to you.
Could we see like by hand position, like they're holding like a rifle, or like a one-handed weapon?
What kind of gun they are.
They wouldn't mean dick to a big spirit though. So what were you saying, Peter? Well, I didn't hear what you said.
I was saying with like how they're holding like the items in their hands. Like, could they tell the difference between a one-handed weapon and a two-handed weapon?
Wouldn't understand. No.
Okay.
It means nothing to it. I wouldn't be able to transfer the information to you anyway.
I guess they'll go up into like that room all the men are standing in because they're still like immaterial. Like they're still.
Okay, you enter into that room, and your spirit is likely immediately destroyed, but you find Buang. So we'll deal with that in a moment.
Okay.
So that was Fenway. That was Omen. Back to Mako. Actually, sorry, before you go, Mako, I should check something out.
Okay.
Confusion. Does confusion work on spirits?
Good question.
I'll try to have a look at. I've got spells up in one of my
I see
several
wouldn't.
things. Okay, cool. Then in that case, there is a spirit there holding its action, ready to cast confusion. It does just that. It can do that, right? You can hold an action to cast a spell.
Yeah,
reserve your action to
as long as its initiative turn was before that.
And it was, yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. So it uses confusion on the target. The drain is force -3. It casts a spell at force 6. Line of sight.
Kind of target both of them?
No, but there are 2 spirits.
Okay, so 2 casting like one each.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Okay, so I guess you roll to resist now. Is that correct?
Yep. Would I be rolling to resist?
Does anyone know?
The confusion power. Let me look
Yeah,
it up.
yeah, I've got it open too, so I should
Okay.
be able. It will be. It's under. It's an illusion, so it's resisted the way illusions.
Yeah.
resist.
The critter makes an opposed test using its magic plus willpower versus the target's willpower plus logic. So you'd
Yeah,
roll your
logic.
spirit's willpower plus logic to resist.
Yeah, and do it for the first one, then do it for the second.
Willpower plus logic. So
Yeah.
willpower is force, logic is force. So 12.
Yeah, so you. Well, yeah.
Okay, this is the first one. Five. This is the second one.
Resist the first one, and yep, the second one.
6.
Resist the second one. So you managed to resist both of the powers, and all that happens is the spirits suffer drain. Okay.
Do they take drain from using powers?
Good question. Maybe they don't. I don't even know the
I
rules.
think it was just an innate ability. They just do it.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's innate.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. So we do get back now to Mako.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a hack on the fly to gain a mark on the... So first I'm going to roll the assist from my sprite, or not sprite, but agent. Okay, he's going to give me a lot of dice. And now I make my roll. Five hits, resisted by, should be firewall plus will. Int plus firewall, sorry.
All right. One, two, three, four successes to resist.
All right, got my mark then. And that's it for me.
Okie dokie.
I should lower my initiative though.
And your agent was just giving you assistance, right?
Yeah, and it's going to continue doing that.
Excellent. Trey.
If there's no one on this level, I would like to crawl back out the window.
Yeah.
And crawl back up to right below the ledge on the second. Actually, before I do that, no, that's going to be my action. I'll crawl right till I'm sticking below that ledge.
All right. It's going to be a distance of about 5 meters. So now it becomes important to know how far we climb. Wasn't important before, it is now.
How far?
Yeah. What's the
Let me look at the table.
Yeah. He was looking at the stuff before.
Oh, Roger.
Yeah.
Assisted climbing upward is 1 meter per hit. So 7 hits, you climb 7 meters. You get +2 dice for the gecko gloves.
I only need 5 is what I'm hearing. So
what's the side of the tower made of?
Concrete.
Okay. So the surface gives a -3 penalty. You get +2 for the glove, so overall you're making the test at a -1, and you get 1 meter per hit.
Fine. Even even if you like roll one less die, you're still going to be able to cover the 5 meters, which is the distance you need to. So you position yourself perfectly. That's not your action, though, is it? That's just movement. Is that correct?
I will prep another flashbang
Yeah.
and calm Godfather and point above me. I'll just click the calm.
Yeah. Put
You
an
have a
arrow
DNI,
on.
don't you?
Have you got a direct neural interface, Trey?
I do. I have a data jack plus and at level 3.
Perfect.
Yeah, you can send actual messages then.
Oh.
You don't have to.
Well, I didn't. If I was on if I could hear that there's someone overwatching,
Yes,
then yeah, I'll probably just send a ping.
can I warn the rest of the team about the ambush then?
Excellent.
Oh,
What are you pinging?
all I'm doing is pinging hey, this is me.
Yeah.
Assuming
Can you shoot?
that Godfather is going to then, turn the van sensors to look at why I'm pinging. Trey doesn't know about the ambush. He's just not retarded. There's no one on this level. There's only one door. You know what I mean? He has to figure they're either behind that door, behind the bottom door, or behind the door for the upper level. So going through the doors seems like a horrible idea for him. Yeah, like Trey doesn't know what the spirit saw, so he's not going to try to warn someone else about something he doesn't know. He just knows choke points. Can anybody hear me? Am I
Yeah, we
talking?
can.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yep, you're making sense.
But yeah, for Omen, Trey's not gonna. He wouldn't know about that. They're all sitting at the top door. He assumes that they're sitting on the other side of this door if there's no window, because that's what he would do. He would have people at every door.
With a chainsaw.
Something. But so he doesn't want to go through the doors. That's why he's doing this.
So he's saying I'm going to hold position because
I'm
you
assuming
think it's
he heard
going to be hot up there.
Mako to when Mako said that there was someone watching on the web. I was assuming that Trey heard that.
I believe so. It was over comms.
So he would not send you something over comms when you could see what he's doing, and he assumes you'd make the mental leap of, hey, we just did that once. Now I'm in position to do it again. But he wouldn't say that.
Okay.
He would just ping you hey, look at me.
Okay.
Like
Made
the
an
computer
intuition
ping,
check, so yeah, he gets up when you're picking down. So I'm sorry, you're trying to tell him what exactly you're not coming through here.
What you
He
just
wants-
did at the top level with the glass and then shooting it and going in, I believe that's
Just
what he
do
wants
it
you to do
again?
again.
I mean,
Okay.
after
Yeah,
about 10 minutes of him trying to explain, if you still didn't understand, maybe your character doesn't understand.
I rolled intuition. Godfather gets it. That's actually a thing in the rules. It's like if somebody's trying to
Roll
explain
judgment.
something with a signal or a gesture or something like that, it's a rating 2 intuition check to understand what the fuck they're
Yeah,
trying to say.
this would be like a literal repeat of what happened 6 seconds ago.
Okay, yeah, I was planning to do that anyway. Yeah. All right.
And now's
I
your chance.
gotcha.
You guys have moved your initiative down, have you?
No,
No,
no, I did not.
not top of the round.
All right, let's all do that.
Did the beast spirits go down? Because they haven't acted yet.
Yes, because they did act. Even if they hadn't have acted, they would, but they did act.
Yeah, but they both still get to act anyway.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
something arrives in the middle of
Oh.
the round, it subtracts for every pass that was, even though it wasn't there.
But I didn't
So-
let you finish your action, which was to find Boang. Is that correct?
Yeah, find Wang and
That
then
was
use the
pretty-
noxious breaths.
Cool. So they would make the perception check of finding Boang. That would be what
Okay,
they do.
And then
So
on
you
this
can just-
pass, they'll get to do it.
Yeah.
They'll just materialize like next turn, the AoEs.
You can make the perception check now as soon as you arrive. Yeah, I should have let you finish that. So.
So 2 perceptions.
Yeah, that's right. 2 perceptions.
I'm gonna head off,
Okay, man.
so I'll catch you guys next week. I'll just post in the Discord a couple of the die pools that may come up for me,
Okay.
and that way, if you need to manage my Gauss rifle and my perception, so if you need to make a roll for me and my initiative's there as well.
Excellent.
Well, I mean, 2
I'm
and
not
3.
posting my body and armor because I'm not going to get shot. Hear me?
No, you should be pretty safe until they send in the bombers.
Yeah, no, it's all good because my body and armor's not there. I'm totally safe.
Bang just points
You-
out
you
the
cannot do
window,
that.
force 20 fireball.
Possible to die when you don't have stats.
Exactly.
The
All right, I'll see you
perception.
guys next
Yep.
week.
See you soon, man.
That one spirit who has to do 1 better.
It does do 1 better, and that's still not good enough. There is no Boang here. She is not here. False alarm. We can all go home now.
Goddamn invisible mages.
Alright. That was Trey, Godfather, Flash. You're standing at the door.
Okay, so they're pinging shit, and seems like he's climbing the top. What the fuck am I gonna? I guess I can just put a shotgun round through the through the door.
Sure can.
Armor piercing, I presume.
That's probably better than shedding a door. Yeah, so I'll put an armor piercing shotgun round through the door.
Damn. All right. Hit the broadside of a barn, make an attack, and roll for damage.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't make an attack, rather. You don't need to roll.
And then I get a +2 from the drugs, right?
Yep.
The drugs
And then
make you
+2
shoot
for
doors
your smart link.
Alright, say what you just said again.
Sorry.
A +2 for your smart link.
So it should be +4 modifier.
Believe so, yeah.
Okay, so 5 hits.
Brilliant. You have hit the door. So what's the damage on your shotgun?
My shotgun is
So
damage is 12p.
Brilliant. So those net hits add on to the damage. All of the hits are net hits because the door is not dodging. So that'll be a total. Is it 5 or 6 that you rolled in total?
It's 5 hits, so
5 hits.
17.
17 damage is going to shoot the shit out of this door. And you put a hole in it that's about 30 centimeters, about 12 inches round.
Okay, do I see anybody behind the?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Visual.
Okay, that is excellent, right? That's really interesting. First of all, you don't see anyone behind the door. Second of all, you see a winding industrial style staircase that spirals up. That is, it has no, they are free flying steel stairs. And the whole thing spirals up about 2 stories and spirals down about 5 stories, up and down. This is the main access that you would get from the bottom to the top, or that you get from the offices to the top. That's not all you see. At the top of the staircase, you see some gunners. They've got their AKs ready, and they immediately start firing. As soon as you blast a hole in the door, they've got a ready action to shoot as soon as they see someone, and they just start opening fire. 5 guns, all on burst fire, all trying to shoot you. But you've got a fair bit of protection from the door. Finally, you also see the booby trap. Thanks to your perception of 7, a massive, massive roll. You see that they've rigged up a couple of grenades. The grenades are high explosive, not frag. They've rigged up these high explosive grenades to a very simple booby traps and fishing line. They pulled out the pins but kept them under pressure so that when the door is opened, they'll both go off.
Okay.
And you pull the door handle. Yeah, just operating the door handle will activate them. But you come under fire from 5 guns. And Shadowrun, of course, has rules for shooting through doors and shit like that. I'm not sure how exactly they apply, so I'll just start rolling dice and I'll ask questions after I've rolled them.
I think the simplest way to do it is just have them count as extra armor for the roll, probably.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
That's more or less how it works in the rules, but that just simplifies it. Like add the barrier rating to it.
One question is, are they blind firing through the door? Like, can they see flash or anything?
They can't. Well, yes, they can, because he's like shot the hole through the door, so they got glimpses of him. They're only glimpses. They're not great, and so they're aiming for the hole, but most likely they're going to hit the door instead. Yeah.
So are they okay?
like-
So are they up or down the stairs, or are they like
the
straight back?
They're up the top of the stairs.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
like we're standing in a straight line, but they're higher than I am.
Yeah. I'll see if I can draw it here. So this is the door. This is the donut.
Where are we drawing?
Up on the tarmac near the plane.
Okay.
This
alright, I
is
see.
the flash. This is the shotgun. Yeah. And so the flash shoots the shotgun at basically point blank range into the door. Up above him, at the top of a winding staircase, are dudes with guns. They are leaning over the rails or crouched up over it. It's all free flying stairs, so there's not a lot of the very thin metal rails and so on. And as soon as you put the hole in the door, they just start emptying bullets into the hole.
Got it.
Right.
I get the rules for shooting through barriers.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I have a chance to like spend initiative to dodge. Is that how this works, or is it after I see them? Where do I?
You can always
you
dodge. You can do an interrupt action to add your gymnastic dice to it.
Okay, so would I do that now before they roll, or can I see them?
You do it. You do it before they roll.
Okay, 5 people burst firing seems like dodge would be good.
That seems like you're going to probably end up spending a point of edge.
Full defense is probably what you're looking for here.
Oh, that's right. I can spend. So okay, so I don't lose my 10 initiative until after the round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
So
so I have
you subtract.
5. Okay, so I can spend the 10 to do full defense.
Yep. Which lets you add your agility to your defense test for the rest of the round.
Okay.
Doesn't
So
that drop him immediately though? I thought not at the end of the round. Though.
It's an interrupt action, so yeah, it does drop him immediately.
So you'll immediately drop from 15 to 5.
Yeah, but what I was saying is like this is the turn. Okay, I was thinking that like to take the turn, I already lost the 10, but that happens. Whatever I do, I'm not gonna have any initiative after this if I
Correct.
dodge or. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
giving up a turn in exchange for hopefully not dying to 5 people shooting me with assault rifle.
That's a good way of putting it.
Well, full defense, because full defense is better than dodge. Right?
Yeah. In exchange, you're Neo for the rest of this turn.
Okay. Yeah, so we do that. Because we kind of expected somebody would be on the other side of this doorway, and we just didn't want to open it.
Yeah, yeah. So you're ready to hit the deck. That's cool.
All right. You're tripping like a motherfucker.
So how does this affect me? These guys have got X dice to fire. Are any penalties imposed, or just the ones that I decide circumstantially?
No penalties except whichever circumstantial ones you want to give them. It just gives flash bonuses to dodge, basically.
Okay, cool. So firing through a hole can't be very easy. There's only a particular angle that he can hit, so I'm going to give a 3 dice penalty. Pretty significant, but not terrible. They are, after all, only 5 or 6 meters away from you. Okay, so the first one. Okay, second one. Okay, third one. Fourth one. Okay. All right. I know. I know what they. How many successes they got. So you can start dodging them.
Where is dodge on this sheet? Am I stupid?
You're probably just going to be best off rolling it manually because you have a much different dice pool now that you're all drugged up.
And also, yeah. In the burst firing, so I think you lose 3 dice from dodge, or
there's more than one type of burst fire.
Short burst.
Short burst, -2.
-2. Okay, cool. So you'll lose 2 dice from your first dodge, but you'll lose 3 from the second, and 4 from the third, and 5 from the. You lose 1 dice each additional dodge. That's also correct, right?
That's right.
All right, cool.
Sounds good.
So,
Sounds like fun. We're having a good
yeah.
time.
All right.
So let's look at what your initial dodge is.
What am I rolling for dodge?
You're currently rolling your reaction, which is 9, your intuition, which is 6, and your agility, which is 10.
Oh,
And then I'm -2.
Yep, -2 for the first one.
Okay, that didn't roll at all the way it was. Don't worry.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Actually, I did the math in the little thing to see if it would work, and it did. So it's 19, 25, 25 -2. So 5 hits. That's
okay, so that dodges the first one. Now the next one will be at 1 less dice.
5 hits on 23 dice sounds really unlucky.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
Did it miss,
10% below average.
You said it. You said the first one missed.
Yeah, that's right. You dodged out of the way of the first one, and now come the next.
And one lower than what I just.
Correct. Dodge that one. The next one. This is number 3. Next one. And the final one missed anyway. So you just put you unleash bullets straight into this door, and the door is practically ruined. You could kick the door over with a single kick, but none of the bullets hit you, and you are safe.
Okay, and that's all my initiative.
Brilliant. Mage Giga.
Alright.
Mage Geeker has no movement left, so it's just going to continue providing stealth overwatch. I should probably roll stealth for it, by the way.
I don't know if I can or not, but I would send a message to Trey after I finish dodging all these bullets.
That's 1 success on the drone sneaking, and its chameleon coding gives stuff a -3 penalty to notice it.
All right. The air spirits. Spirits can attack spirits whether they're manifested or not. Is that correct?
Yeah, because spirits are always astral. Other spirits can always attack them on the astral, but only
Yeah.
with like certain powers and astral combat, I think.
Perfect. All right. So the spirits of air leap straight at the spirits of beasts and engage them in astral combat. One for each of them. Okay, spirit fight. So astral combat. The astral combat skill plus what's the attribute used? Agility.
Unarmed is astral combat plus willpower
Willpower. Okay.
versus intuition plus logic. Astral combat's fucking weird.
So intuition plus logic. So find out the beast intuition plus logic. That's what you'll be using to defend. As the air spirits launch themselves at your beast spirits.
Intuition plus logic. Well, intuition is
Yeah.
force, logic is what, the 12?
Yeah, 12 sounds pretty logical.
So do you want me to roll those?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the first one.
4.
All right, it got 6 successes. So I suppose that's 2 net hits on top of its damage. Is that how it works?
Add 1 to the DV per net hit on an attack.
Yeah.
And its
Find out the
base
DV.
damage is the base damage is the force of the spirit.
Good, perfect. So damage is 6 plus 2, 8 points of damage to your spirit. And what does he resist that with? Body and armor. Not that you have any armor. Body.
Yep.
Body. Okay, cool. I would have thought it would be body even when you're
So that's just 8 dice then?
Yeah, if it was body plus, if it's force plus 2 for body, and it is, then it's 8 dice. So 8 damage, and you can, for every hit that you get on 8 dice, it reduces it by 1 damage.
2. So you take 6 damage?
6 damage, brutal. Okay, that was just the first one. So this on the second air spirited attacks as well. Make your defense. What was it? Logic plus intuition. I think it was.
Yeah, sorry. Well, in these character sheets, it's like HP because I've usually used like Chummer, but like I don't have a Chummer for like the beast, like the spirit.
So you don't know how many hit points it has?
Not quite.
Right.
By not quite, I mean completely oblivious.
Yeah, that's all good. It's all good. I'm basically the same. I thought everything basically had the same amount of boxes, more or less.
Depends on your body and willpower.
Banishing basics.
Yeah, body 8, willpower 6.
Yeah. Is the spirit attempting to do physical or stun, by the way?
Physical, yeah, trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
And there's the ball for the second spirit anyway.
And you defeat the second spirit. You don't do any damage on defense, do you? It's only when you attack that you can hurt someone. Pretty sure of that. All right. Commissar Boang is going to attempt to banish one of your spirits. Oh, actually, that's going to be pretty hard, isn't it? How does banishing work?
She makes a banishing test, but she takes drain as if she tried to summon it.
Right. But not as if she tried to bind it.
No.
Fine, then she'll do that. Okay, cool. So she's going to banish the spirit that did not get injured. All right. Resist by force plus will, maybe. I don't know.
No, I believe
is
it's force
the-
times 2.
Force times
The
two.
spirit
One of them
That's-
is.
if it's the bound spirit, you also add your magic to the resist.
All right. On a 1 it is, on a 2 it's not. It's not the bound one.
Then it's just the spirit's force.
Wait, is it force or force times 2? So I heard both.
And the way it's just the force.
Yeah, no, he's right. He's right.
4.
She got 6 successes.
So you lose 2 services.
Okay, I still got services.
But she takes 8.
Yep.
I'm guessing stun.
Yep.
And you resist,
okay,
and yeah, you resist with willpower plus either charisma or intuition, don't you?
yeah, she's probably a shaman, so
Yeah, charisma or logic.
willpower plus charisma.
Shaman is willpower plus logic, or sorry, willpower plus charisma. For
Yeah,
medic
shaman
is
is charisma.
willpower and logic.
Yeah, it has a minimal impact upon her. We'll deal with that later. Okay, one of the beast spirits has been banished. The other one is heavily injured. How does it? What's its response?
Oh, I thought since I still had services, like it was still there.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
That didn't
oh,
successfully
right.
banish it. Just cost him 2 services.
Oh, okay. Does it then matter how many successes she rolls? She rolled 6 against your 4.
Yeah, so I think it
Yeah,
damaged me by
That's
took
2
two
net
services.
successes, so he loses 2 services.
That makes
So
makes
I have 2
yeah,
left.
if they eat all his services, it's
it's
fully banished.
Cool. Yeah, it's a rule that I actually knew. That's good.
So I guess did they follow their orders? Like, what did it? Because their thing was to use the noxious breaths on Bwang.
Yeah, but it can't see one. It has no bead on her. So I guess you could keep making perception checks, I suppose.
It's because noxious breaths at AOE would hit everyone in the room.
Depends how big the AOE is. It's a pretty big room. It's about 10 meters in diameter.
I think last time we used it, we figured out it was only it was narrow enough that we hit the guys in the front of a helicopter, but not in the back or something.
Yeah, it wasn't amazing. I've got the I had it here somewhere.
The blast of breath extends in a cone out to body meters and can catch up to 2 targets who are within 1 meter of each other.
There you go.
So it's a very narrow
so you
cone.
can breathe randomly, but it's going to be pretty random.
Yeah, you can hit 2 people with it.
Doesn't she have to be able to see the thing to banish it?
Improved invisibility.
Yeah, I assumed at this point she was just invisible.
Well, yeah, but spirits have to perceive astrally. They don't have a choice. So she should light up.
That's a good argument. Does invisibility even matter to the astral? I don't think it does.
It
There's
doesn't.
other things that can hide her, though, meta magic and stuff.
Yeah, so she doesn't have that. So yeah, she would be, as you say, absolutely blaring with light. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out to me. Completely.
Well, I'm a bit happier now. I guess they can do their job.
Yeah, her
Before.
aura is still visible to astral perception. Just read the spell.
Yeah. Okay, so she's up on like a filing cabinet or a bunch of computer towers or something. She's actually elevated above everyone else who is at basically ground level. She's crouched herself up in an elevated position. There are no corners in a round room, but she's up there in the vertice, the edge of the room. She's and that's there you see her.
Okay, I guess they will use the noxious breath then.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
This is treated as a ranged attack using the critter's exotic ranged weapon skill plus agility physical.
Right.
Okay. Excuse me?
Which is equal to its force.
So it's 6 plus agility, which is 7. So 13.
Brilliant.
Yep. The spirit manifests and yes.
Breathes all over him.
8 on the first one. That's pretty good.
Okay, now, will it have any effect at all if she's wearing a gas mask?
No.
Right.
This damage is a toxin attack with an inhalation vector. That actually protects her. Yes.
Your
Is it-
spirit doesn't. Yeah, sorry, keep going.
I said it. I thought it said since respiratory protection would help, but didn't they couldn't make it like completely immune?
A gas mask
A
makes
gas
you
mask does,
immune
yeah.
to inhalation vector toxins. The stuff we were pumping in was skin absorbent.
That's
Okay,
why
then.
we mixed in an extra chemical. Yeah. So you breathe all over her, and it seems to have no effect.
Guess the other one will just attack it. That would work, right?
Yeah, the other spirit. Yeah, it can manifest and just attack. Yeah.
And that's. I've written this down somewhere. Force plus agility to hit, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, because their skills are at force value, so you're doing agility plus skill, but the
Yeah, so
skill
that's-
is 4.
Yeah, so agility 7, force 6, so that's 13, so 7, like hits.
Brilliant. Okay. She sees you coming, attempts to do what she can to evade. And reduces your net hits by 1, 2, 3, 4. She's also wearing armor, unusual, I know, for a soldier.
3 net hits. What kind of attack was that?
I think just a melee one, like he's just hitting her.
Unarmed.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, it's a beast spirit, right?
Yeah, it is.
Should just be strength and net hits.
Yeah, strength.
The strength
Which
is 8.
is 8 plus net hits. So 11 damage she has to resist.
Oh, he's gonna fuck her up.
Maybe. Seeing what category this spell is. There it is. No, that's the wrong one. There it is. Okay. All right, so it's cumulative. Just one more moment. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she resists 9 damage. How much did you inflict?
11, I think.
Ooh, so it's a minor injury, but an injury nonetheless. You knock her hair out of place. You what does your beast look like, and what was the attack look like?
I'm not sure what the second one is, but the first one was an elephant, so I guess they can both be elephants.
Sure, another elephant. So it comes in and stamps or stabs or smashes with its trunk. What's it doing?
Guess it'll try to like stab her with its like tusk.
Perfect. So you impale her in the guts, and it leaves a bruise and causes her to cough a bit. But it's no worse than being hit by a strong man. She takes it in her stride and prepares to retaliate. Now, your spirits have manifested at this point, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Okay. The 5 gunmen that were firing down the corridor, they shoot another short burst down towards where Flash was. So they absolutely destroyed the door now. It's just riddled and hanging off its hinges. The other 5 gunmen in here, all of whom are wearing gas masks as well. The other 5 gunmen unleash into the which air spirit? I suppose the one that's on Boang. But then they're in hand-to-hand combat, so it might hit her. Hey, they don't want that. So yeah, they'll fire at the one engaged and fire it in the air spirit because they're not going to care if the air spirit gets killed. Yeah, recoil won't matter because for these guys who are firing at Flash, it's effectively suppressive fire anyway. It's not really. Then she's never going to get hit. It's pretty much impossible for her to get hit. The other ones have not fired their weapons yet, so there won't be any recoil or minimal recoil. Point that's not going to matter. But fully automatic. So let's work out what the recoil is, because despite what I just said, it is still important. Does an AK-97 have enough recoil compensation to take care of fully automatic fire?
No.
AK-97? No.
Yeah.
It has 2, I believe.
Okay, 2. And how much is it going to need? Their strength is currently 7.
RC is recoil, right? On the trimmer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3.
2's automatic, and then they get half their strength, so 5. So it'd be -4.
It says it has 3 recoil on my. Oh wait, this is my recoil. This adds my strength.
Yeah.
So they're going to be at -4 to hit?
I believe that's correct. Full auto is 9 shots, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's -4 because of recoil.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, they're buffed up on half a dozen different drugs, so they're pretty good.
Full auto is 10 shots. It's a -9 penalty.
-9? Yeah, cool. 10 shots -9 because the first shot doesn't attract recoil. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so
The 1 shot is already included in the recoil compensation, so it's -5 total if they're shooting 10 rounds. And they have 5 recoil compensation.
they lose 5 dice on their shot, but they're jacked up and ready for this. And there's a lot of them, so let's see how they go.
How does the spirit armor work then?
Yeah. Good question.
They have hardened armor equal to twice their essence to normal weapons. And hardened armor gives you immunity to any damage below its rating, and half its rating is automatic successes on a soak test. So you get 6 automatic hits on any damage below 12 or above 12, and below 12 you don't have to worry about it.
I think spirits have 1/2 their force for essence.
Well, I don't think he's going to play much.
I got it open. They have 4. Essence is force.
Oh shit! I'm thinking edge.
Yeah.
I'm retarded. Anyway, never mind.
4, 2, 0, 2, 2. Yeah, that's it. So that's how many net successes they get. What's the damage on an AK? 9, 8 or 9.
Damage on an AK is 10.
Oh, it's 10.
2 armor.
Okay, so the damage will be 14, 12, 12, and 12.
So do the ties, do they do damage? Because I thought I had the armor for the 12s.
Yeah, armor still applies, right, because it's hardened armor. Right. Well,
Yeah.
they've got 2 armor piercing. Does that matter? Will that bring the armor down to 10?
First, he has to dodge, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has to
Okay.
dodge.
Can he
So-
dodge? Like, is it even possible?
Yeah, if he sees the attacks coming, he can dodge. You always
Oh,
get a dodge.
I just meant the dice penalty. You know, -10. Yeah, I suppose
Ah.
there is a chance.
Yeah, his reaction plus he's got 12 dice -9. He got a chance of
Yeah.
I don't.
He could
Yeah, no,
get rid
you're
of
right.
2 of those.
Yeah, exactly.
So 12 minus 9.
Yes. So yeah, 12 -9, 3 dice to dodge. That's pretty fucking good, to be honest.
On full auto, yeah. So, I mean, if you do them in order,
So that's the
Yeah.
first one
So
0.
hit by the first. Yeah, hit by the first.
Oh,
3
wait
more.
a minute.
No. And the next ones will be a
that's-
-1 each time.
The spirits in melee with their boss, right?
Yeah. No, they're
They're
in melee with another spirit.
Okay,
they're
this
shooting
is
the
a
other one?
different spirit than the one that's attacking Blanc.
Correct.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
And it gets 0 on the last attack.
and
Like
yeah, you
zero
won't no dice. Yeah. So you dodge the second one. And in the end, you only you take 14, 12, and 12. Armor piercing is 2. So body plus armor -2, right?
Yeah.
Or,
So
Does the armor
what
piercing?
you're rolling here is body plus 10, and you get 5 automatic hits in addition to that.
Body plus 10.
yeah. Yeah, body plus 10, correct. Yeah.
So 18.
You roll that for each attack.
And you get 5 free successes as well, right?
Yep. Half his hardened
Yeah.
armor rating subtracted from the armor piercing.
So the first one
It
is
is fucking complex.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So the first one blocks 11.
Okay. And it was so 3 damage from the first then at the end.
The second one, oof.
That's 3 of
8.
12, so 8. Oh yeah, add 3 plus 5, yeah. So 4 damage from that one.
And then there's one more, isn't there?
And
That's
13.
above. Yeah, it's above the damage.
That's completely
Beats the
right.
last.
Yeah, so you're fine. So 7 points of physical damage, which totally sucks, but you survive, I think. Assume.
Yeah. I gotta look up exactly what the hit point calculation is because I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I think it's 8 plus half body, but I don't know.
so, yeah, if they have 8 body, they should have 14 physical.
So
Alright.
they're both
14
about the
physical
same
boxes.
HP now.
So they've got 7 of 14 hit points then.
And the other one has 6 boxes filled out of the 14.
Yeah.
So it's my turn.
Alright. I think Fenway gets his last go.
Yes, he does. And I'm just sitting outside, aren't I?
You tell me.
I think I'm still in the truck because I was like last talking to Brian.
Good.
My spell. Like where are my spells looking? Well, I'm looking at the beast sheet. I don't think there's anything I can do at the moment. I think I'll just. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything for the moment because I don't. I'll go into the astral to see what's happening.
Alright. Omen has no actions left, so I guess we all lose 10 initiative and we start back with Mako.
So I'm gonna take a free action to reconfigure my deck, drop my agent, and load my smoke and mirrors program, and then I will enter the host, which is uncontested complex.
All right. Uncontested complex, done. Yep,
Mhm.
you go into the host. You're only here to buy an airplane ticket. Don't mind me.
Essentially, for now.
Right. Okay. That takes care of your agent as well, I imagine. On to
Yep,
Trey.
he's gone.
Mr. Trey. You're busy.
I'm here. I was looking up a rule.
I thought you must be here. You adjusted your initiative. Where else could you be?
Yeah, I was. I will wait to see if I'd like to drop my initiative by 2, see if this window disappears for me,
Okay.
and then I will throw a grenade.
All right. Godfather, does the window magically disappear?
Several windows are about to magically disappear. Uh,
What if your
Imagine.
track
going to
record is
make-
anything to go by?
Honestly, odds are one of these is about to scrap.
Yeah.
But going to make 4 attacks, I believe. 3 assault rifle and 1 grenade. So they'll have 6 dice apiece.
You hit. That's something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to blow out the windows in the area where shit seems to be going down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna.
I'm
Hang
gonna-
on.
Edge.
Okay. You're embarrassed there. All right. You take out a bunch of windows, and there is glass raining all over the floor. There's glass covering the floor now, making it difficult to walk without boots.
What do I see now on the top 4?
What do you see on the top floor? Here is a very awful picture of what we see on the top floor. So each of these dudes, each of them with guns is an AK, and 5 of them are shooting down into the staircase, right? These other AKs have positioned themselves so that they can engage in crossfire, and that's what they're currently doing, crossfiring into that beast spirit. That beast spirit is engaged with an air spirit, while this beast spirit is engaged with Boang. But you wouldn't be able to see Boang because she's improved invisible.
Alright. And with my last action, I will launch an airbursting flashbang into the room.
All right.
On point. So that is 12 stun damage, I believe, within the radius.
How about if you've got low light compensation? What happens then? Or flare compensation, I mean.
It's a concussion, not a flash.
Oh, not a flash.
Dismethod.
Righto. So defense against gas and defense against flare compensation not going to help in either case, are they?
It's definitely not.
It's
gas.
basically the stun equivalent of a frag grenade.
Right, like works on sonic boom or something rather than
Yeah.
bright light. Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's 10s, 10 meters, -40.
All right. Oh, gee, I wish I had a definitive distance for how big this is. It wouldn't be
I
10
believe you
meters.
said 10 meters before.
I said, but it wouldn't be that big. It wouldn't actually be that big. Might be about 7 meters. So we'll go with 7. 7 sounds a bit more reasonable.
I think 50 is a good number. I saw someone measuring it.
Yeah, the measurement. What does the measurement say? 50 meters. No, it's not 50 meters. Yeah, so we'll go with 7 meters because there's computer terminals and stuff like that, so they can't press themselves right up against the wall because that's exactly where their computer terminals are. Maybe Buang's an extra meter away, but that's kind of negligible. Okay, so presumably you landed in the middle of the room, which is what you do, correct?
Yeah, it just flies in the middle of the room and then air bursts.
Okay, and it's -2 per meter, correct?
No, it's just a flat 10-meter radius.
It's
Yeah,
just a
that's-
flat 10-meter radius. Fuck me dead.
That's a good grenade.
It's,
Alright.
it's on page 435 in book.
Cool. Okay, so now I need to ask, what do they resist with?
And
Body
still
plus
body.
armor.
Body
And
plus armor.
-4.
But since it's
Yep,
10,
-4 armor.
I guess it doesn't affect the spirits then?
It would subtract. It would take their hardened armor down to 8. So yeah, it would.
Oh, okay. But they get the 18 with the 5, right?
Yeah, they roll body plus 8, and get 4 automatic hits.
Body plus 8 this time.
Yep, body plus 8 because it's -4 armor piercing.
Okay, so 16.
Yep.
That's one. That's the other.
Both of them are fine. No damage.
Cool. Just for the sake of not having to roll all those numbers, these guys get 4 successes because that's the average. How does taking average work? Was it 1 for 4 or 1 for 3?
1 for 4.
1 for 4. Yeah, so it's 3, not 4. So these guys resist 3 each. What's the damage?
7 after resisting.
All right, 7 after resisting. So it's enough to give them concussions, but not completely take them out. Like they're reeling. They're probably at serious negative dice. Maybe a couple of them even fall over.
Yeah, I think that's like a -2 penalty.
Yeah, pretty significant. Yeah, so they're it's making them all sick and bothered. And now for Buang.
I believe it would be my turn then.
Yeah, sorry, I was just resisting her armor. 1, 2, 3,
Uh-huh.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. She only gets 4 successes. So how much damage to her, stun?
6.
All right. She's already taken 2 stun, I believe, already. So she's now at -8.
I think it was stunned because it was unarmed.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Was that from the spirit?
Yeah.
I think it must have been. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think spirits can do unarmed. But I'm gonna repeat that action.
All right. You chucking in one of your own, are you?
I am.
All right. Well, that take care of all the minions, and I'll give her roll. But considering she's so heavily stunned already, it's likely to be the end. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She resists 7.
3 stun.
3 stun, which will put her at -11, which takes her out. So, to summarize, we have the army in full flight, some of them on motorbikes, 99% of them on foot. We still have control of the anti-air weapons, the anti-air crew. We have knocked out every inhabitant that is within this area. We are in control of the airport.
What happens to the air spirits?
That's what I'm trying to work out. So when she is stunned, she loses. What if her spirits are already bound? What happens?
They probably
remain
continue on their. They probably
Yeah.
continue on their last order until
till so they would fight the beast spirits to the death, basically. So whatever happens here,
This
Fenway,
isn't good for me.
Yeah, we don't need to roll because that's kind of superfluous. What inevitably happens is two spirits die and two spirits live. Now it might be the air spirits, it might be the beast spirits, but they were going to weaken each other to the point of being useless anyway. So in effect, two spirits die, and the other two spirits are banished. That's bad for you.
or he could just dismiss his spirits and now the enemies
could
have
be an
nothing
option.
to fight.
You can dismiss your spirits, and the last thing that they were doing was fighting the beast spirits, and therefore they have completed their tasks and they are set free.
Yes.
All right, I like that.
One of them is bound. Well, that I mean, I suppose I got him for the airport, so he's done his objective. So even if he's bound, I'll let him go anyway. Like he's done his bit.
Really?
Like
Yeah,
spirits
that's
don't.
honorable shaman shit.
Yeah, spirits don't like
They
being
don't like
bound
being
for no reason. So like I've done the reason. He's free now.
That is not quite the end. You get a message on your comlink not more than 5 minutes later. Not more than 5 minutes. Now, that's probably a long 5 minutes, probably a lot of shit that happens in that 5 minutes. But we don't have 5 minutes to cover exactly what happens. So, roughly 5 minutes later, after we've secured what we need to secure and investigated what we need to investigate, and we can deal with that probably partly during the week and partly at the start of the next game, you get a message, probably the Godfather. He probably distributes it to everyone else. Mr. Yellow. He is contacting you directly to tell you to remain where you are, to keep the area secure, to shoot anyone that you see leaving, and to await further instructions.
I know this is the one from Bangkok, isn't it? This isn't the interior minister.
That's the Bangkok guy, yeah.
Mr. White is interior minister.
Correct. And Mr. Red was the guy that we hit on the island.
Yeah. I'm curious, how much of this campaign would it have fucked if we shot him in his bed there?
Yeah, that's a really good question. A really good question. And it sends the campaign on a completely, not a different trajectory, but certainly a different tone. Because it's not a game anymore. It's not, the rules are broken right at the start. And that means bad things. What is a good thing is 13 karma for this week and last week. A successful run.
What was that last part?
13 karma for this week and last week. A surprisingly mute response.
Huzzah.
That went to plan, like more than I thought it would.
That was really good. I'm surprised nobody died, but
We can say goodbye to the internet, people.
Okay.
See you later, everyone.
Goodbye.
See ya.